Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You put Wednesday in the books. We're going to cap it off with a little bit of wrestling tonight as we get into AEW Dynamite, all the action, all the reaction, and everything else around the wrestling world. Make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family, folks. We got everything you need for your wrestling needs. Now, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. And like I said, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for being a part of our live stream. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Of course, it's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It means another episode of AEW Dynamite coming off what was a crazy week in AEW, the Battle of Tuesday or the Title Tuesday up against NXT, which we talked a lot about over the last little bit, the seemingly meltdown that followed from our buddy Tony Khan, but we'll talk all about that tonight. And as we move forward, we got a battle royal. We got that diamond ring on the line. We got the women's title on the line. We got lots to get into, lots to talk about tonight. But I will remind you out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That's right, the face that runs the place. And I will say once again, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit like. We are climbing in those numbers by the second, by the minute, folks. So let us know how you're feeling. Don't be shy. Get in the chat. Say hello. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you are thinking. But we got a full card up ahead. Apparently, we're getting the rated R rebuttal tonight. Thought that was a cute little way to put it. But Adam Copeland, Edge, will be here again. And we will get to this chat. We will take you through all the action as we move forward. We're not quite there yet. We're still about 12 minutes away from the kickoff of Dynamite. So I thought we'd jump on, have a little chit chat with the peeps, and see how you are all doing here tonight. I already see some names popping up. Bonkers. King Jordan becomes a new member. Be like Jordan, folks. Become a for lifey. Join us. Be a part of the group, and we won't steer you wrong. Give us 30 seconds of your time. We'll make you a fan forever. Damien's back. Big Nick reminding everybody to join the Discord. Ronnie, good to see you. Good man. I appreciate it, sir. Who else we got here? Clay Lewis is with us. What's up? How you doing? I'll get to the comments in a second. Damien again. Ryan Dempsey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Greg is with us as well. But yes, it's been a crazy time in AEW history. Some people think that, what has happened over the last little bit. Oh, can't forget Bash 8 as well. But a lot of fans have talked about, is this the turning point for AEW going up against NXT? Was that a chance for kind of a come to Jesus moment where we can all figure out what to do, how to make the product better, how to approach things better, or was it just another simple day where the tweets, or the posts, whatever you want to call them, an example of Tony Khan trying to drum up controversy, trying to take a page out of Eric Bischoff's book and hoping that controversy sells tickets. We'll see. I mean, I saw a lot of talk today about the ticket sales for tonight. Lots of talk about AEW doing BOGO, buy one, get one free, as far as their ticket sales go. So very interesting times in AEW. Yes, some people out there outright love the product no matter what they do. I think there's a lot of fans like myself who have watched a lot of AEW TV and are, I don't know if concerned is the correct word. There's definitely good quality wrestling on Wednesday nights for sure. But then there's interesting booking, lack of story at times. And I know people get defensive about this, but this is just being objective as a fan what we hope to see tonight is a little bit of build as we head towards Full Gear coming up in next month, right around the corner. I hate to say this, kind of, but we're getting into November, December. Oh my God, where did the year go? Halloween next week. We will be here for all of that fun. But before I get into some of the comments specifically, I'm going to remind everybody who's tuning in right now, we are here tomorrow for Impact Wrestling. Anthony and Luna are going to take you through the go-home show for Bound for Glory. Friday, the Tag Stream Champions, myself and Big Nick, will be back for Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. And then Luna Havoc and Anthony are going to run everybody through the wonderful, wonderful card that is Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory is looking stacked. Plus, we're looking at adding a little more original content, a little more side stuff. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you click that little bell so you're aware of what's going on here at the channel. That's me, Luna Havoc, in the house. Speak and she shall rise. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, Boston? Let's go, let's go, let's go. But yes, lots to talk about in the AEW land. I saw some comments. NXT did 798K. Baseball did 5.13 million people. Well, up against baseball, we'll see what happens. But yes, a definitive drop off from last week. Last week was 921,000. We saw it dip into this week where the numbers went down just a little bit. Still, I mean, for NXT to do 800,000, I think is pretty solid. And again, it shows that even on a show that lacked all that additional star power, even Becky Lynch was a small little blip on the radar of NXT. Dom was a small little part of it. Not a whole lot advertised. The big focus, again, Monday and Tuesday, a big focus on women's wrestling. The women's division on Raw, the women's division on NXT got highlighted. But yeah, a solid number of 800. I'm excited to see what AEW can do tonight in response to coming off last week. I know it seems like Mr. Tony Khan took it a little hard, struggled with the numbers. And again, the reason we talk about these numbers so much, I believe, is because people like Tony Khan, who when they succeed in the numbers, they're all voluminous about it, and they can't help but scream from the mountaintops, look how good we did. So we will see. But at the end of the day, I think there's really good wrestling happening on Tuesday. I think there's really good wrestling happening on Wednesday. The tribalism is what it is. We're never going to change it. There's always going to be extremists in every direction. All we can do is embrace it and enjoy the wrestling. Not all bad, not all good, but we will find a happy medium. Like I said, King Jordan just became a member. If you're not a member yet, make sure you become one. Looking forward to Penta Jr. versus Jay White. Yeah, it should be a good match. Jay White's got to pick up this win. Very curious how this plays out. I'm a giant fan of Penta Jr. I want to see Penta do something. I would love to see a little more love for Penta, especially with Alex Abrahantes, who I argue is one of the most underrated people in wrestling. I think he's a little underutilized. I think he brings a lot to the table. Him with Penta, kind of a heelish, evil Penta Dark, if you will, with Abrahantes kind of running his mouth on behalf of Penta, I thought had a lot of potential. The booking of this, I mean, again, it's a solid match. I got no problem with it. And, I'm assuming the number one contender for the world title will come out victorious on this one, as Jay White is looking towards MJF. Will MJF be involved? We don't know. We will talk about it. But there's more to talk about in that regard. We will wait and see. So I'm glad you're looking forward to that, Damien. Ronnie says hello. Clay, what's up, KJ and Big Nick? We got Impact Wrestling tomorrow night. Yes, we do. What? And MLB playoffs tonight. Yeah, MLB's on right now. I have no idea what the score is at the moment. Hockey's a little quiet. Football's waiting until tomorrow to kick off their week. So, yeah, lots going on. This weekend, we have Collision and Battle of the Belts. Yes, there is a Collision and a Battle of Belts. I'm going to be perfectly honest with those who can hear me right now. We are going to focus on Bound for Glory. Impact earned it. Impact deserves it. Anthony and Luna are going to jump in and give you guys all the content on Saturday night. And I can't wait. The Bound for Glory card is stacked. If you're a fan of good quality wrestling, Do not miss this show. You get Osprey, Mike Bailey. Going to be an outstanding match. Alex Shelley taking on Josh Alexander is going to be phenomenal for that world title. I do think Josh gets his title back, but I will give credit. Alex Shelley has really done well with the belt. He's really done well building up this rivalry, because you could kind of see Alexander returning from injury and just squashing Shelley, grabbing his belt and running. This one's compelling. We also get Chris Sabin versus Kenta. We get Mickie James versus Trinity. Very interesting, very compelling matchup between those two women. A Hall of Famer in Mickie James. Trinity definitely trying to make her claim to a Hall of Fame career at some point. So she's done extremely well going to Impact, finding a comfort zone there. I'm excited for that, but I might be the most excited for a fatal four-way, a four-man Monsters Ball. And I know if you watch this channel, if you watch Luna Havoc and Anthony, we've been bringing you Monster Ball specials. It's still hard to say without it sounding funny, but we get a Monsters Ball and we get Rhino, we get PCO, we get Macklin, we get Moose, like big, strong, heavy, beefy boys getting in that cage or getting in that ring after 24 hours of solitude. Going to be a very exciting night, very exciting match. And that's not it. There's so much more going on with this card. And the big report that came out yesterday, I believe, or the day before, Osprey's sticking around. He's going to have another match with Impact. So Osprey's doing great things. I know his contract status heading into 2024 has been talked about a lot. So we will see what this all means for Will Ospreay. Great on Impact for being able to utilize him heading into Bound for Glory and then beyond Bound for Glory. Ryan Dempsey, what's up, what's up, what's up? Boo, what's up? You call me your boo? Come on, bonkers. I didn't know we were going steady. MJF will be on Collision this Saturday. Dun, dun, dun. Listen, they need to do something with it. They need to figure it out, Damian. Honestly, like Big Nick and I have watched every minute of every show. A lot of it we've watched live. And, we just, again, when we talk about, okay, we can cover 3 shows on a Saturday or we can focus on Impact. I don't know if AEW has earned, the attention of all the fans. I mean, the show has changed. What it originally started out as, I thought was strong, and it's still there, but it's not quite the same. It's like a watered down version. You do get the sprinkling in of some odd booking. MJF hopefully moves the needle. They can get out of that 300,000 view range as far as their rating goes. I hope Collision does well. We'll see. Greg, we said hi to Bash. Alexis, how you doing? Green game over. I like it. Appreciate the stickers. Hello, KJ. Is the injury to Trick legit or part of a story? It's part of a story. 100% Larry Mack. It's a story all the way. And I think if you guys watched us last night, Nick and I joked about how it's the Shawn Michaels storyline. And I saw it go out on social media from a few people today. It very much of who jumped Trick. I think it's going to turn out that it was Carmelo. Carmelo didn't want Trick in that match. And Carmelo's not going to beat Ilya, but he will turn to Trick. And I wonder if this is an opportunity to put Trick over Carmelo. Very interesting, but that's what I think is at play here. But with all that being said, folks, as I roam through this chat, I will remind everybody the show is kicking off live. So once again, get in the chat, say hello, be a part of the family, be a part of the show. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know how you're feeling. Do not forget, we take a prediction on every match. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of the show. So do not miss out on that. Do not leave early. I want to know what you're thinking tonight. I got pyro. I got music. Let's go. By the way, one thing I haven't touched on, Sting will address the audience tonight. I don't know if that kicks off the show or not. It might. But Sting is going to kick off, and I'm put it out to everyone watching. And I know Luna put it out to the peeps in the world. What do you think Sting's going to say? How do you think what is going to be, what is going to be the story here with Sting? Is he going to retire? Is he going to announce a retiring date? Is something going to change? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But Penta opening up the show. Let's go. And the good news about this is great entrance, great feeling, great energy to start the show tonight. I know there was a lot of talk about the fact that there's about 2,000, 2,100 people in attendance tonight. Very interesting, but we'll see. What do you think about another Battle of the Belt show this weekend, KJ? Damien, I'll be straight up with everybody on this one. AEW has not made me care about Battle of the Belts in any way, shape, or form. It feels like a throwaway show. Never really much to dig into. Not a whole lot happens on Battle of the Belts. Sometimes there's matches that don't even involve belts. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's going to be on it yet. If anybody knows if they've announced anything, I'm all ears. But here comes the Bullet Club. Switchblade, Jay White. Got the Gun Boys in tow with Juice and Cutout Jay, who now Cutout Jay has a cutout title. If anybody's keeping track at home, that is the newest addition to the Bullet Club. I love Edge, but so far AEW is overexposing him in too many in-ring promos. I could be wrong, but my opinion. Oh, Penta up and over. We're wasting no time here, folks. He missed Jay White, who jumps him. Penta all white tonight. It's all white. But yeah, we're not wasting any time. Sling Blade on the floor. I do not believe, well, actually, I'm certain the match has not started yet. The crowd popping. Chucky's in the crowd. Creepy as shit. Will MJF ever go on Ring of Honor to defend the tag titles? If not, just relinquish them because it's ruining the tag division over there. Listen, they're bonkers. Truthfully, there is really no identity and feel to Ring of Honor right now. I challenge Tony Khan to change that. I challenge Tony Khan to keep his word, to give us that gritty, raw, up and coming Ring of Honor. I really think he has an opportunity. He could make Ring of Honor AEW's, NXT, where it's younger talent cutting their teeth, the Nick Waynes of the world, the Billy Starks of the world, the Sammys, the Dannys. We have young talent in AEW. Anybody that tells you AEW doesn't have good young talent, they're wrong. But I just feel like they're caught up in the mix and the shuffle. And we see them get hot for a couple months and then they get cooled off. So yeah, I don't think he'll ever be on Ring of Honor. I think they'll continue to make him defend the Ring of Honor belt on Dynamite, on Collision, on a pay-per-view. I don't love it. I do not love it. I think there's too many Ring of Honor belts, too many New Japan belts, too many AAA belts circling around. Sometimes I wonder if it takes away the special feeling of the titles they do have. Like, I feel like a lot of fans didn't really hold the international title in the highest of regards because it was just kind of this afterthought. But I mean, I think Orange has done a really good job trying to build that back up. So yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to see how they play that out. I think they need to simplify. You get your world title, your tag title, your women's title. I think you should have one women's title, not two. That TBS title, I feel bad for Statlander because I think Statlander's doing really well. Big neck breaker by Jay, but I do not feel like that TBS title's taken. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Lance Archer will be in action tonight. Oh my Lord. Lance Archer will be in action. So one of my guys, one of my faves that I feel is highly underutilized will be in action tonight. But yeah, we will see as this match rolls on. Penta calling for support from the crowd. Good energy in the building. I'll give them credit. The fans that are in the building right now, good energy. That's me. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Boston, in case I haven't said it. Fred Bucks, how you doing? How you doing? What's good, champ? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us here. And I did see this pop up, so I want to get to that really. So, yeah, I appreciate the super sticker, Mega. We appreciate the support, the love. Folks, every penny that we get from the fans go back into our channel. You don't see us posting our PayPal or, our Cash App. We simply run it through our channel, and every penny we get goes back into the channel. It goes to subscriptions. It goes to all the out of pocket expenses of running this channel, so we can bring you more content. So thank you so much, Mega Chronic. We love to see the support. Super sticker, kind of funny. Dun, 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 dun. Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Now I lost my place. Oh, near fall by Jay White. Impact greater than all other wrestling. Me, a tribalist. All right, Luna Havoc says Impact overall, and that's why you tune into Thursdays to get all your Impact information and tribalism from Luna Havoc and Ringside Anthony. They've been beating. Look, Impact Wrestling owes both those people a job. Jay White tying the mask to the rope. It didn't stay though. It didn't work. And now I feel like we've seen that spot too many times. The tying of the mask to the rope. A few too many times. Just my opinion. We have an Impact pay-per-view Turning Point. Yes, and Will Ospreay will be on that one, October 27th. 4 matches announced so far. Yeah, Damien, they're not wasting any time. The Impact schedule is always kind of wonky. Sometimes we get 2 pay-per-views like a week apart. Then we get, a gap. I have no idea. It's really interesting. It's really funny. But I can't complain. We get more wrestling. As we go to picture-in-picture, folks, Jay White still in control. AEW debuting in a fresh arena that just opened in August. Looks like one of the best draws for AEW Dynamite this year, according to the count by WrestleTix on X. I'm really curious, Dave. What was? Do you have the total? Because yeah, I was reading some totals today, and I didn't think they were very good. I feel like AEW has hit the 900K at least every weekend or every Wednesday. Yeah, I mean that's kind of their niche, right? They kind of seem to be in that that 9 to 950 range. So I mean, consistently they have that fan base on a Wednesday night. I expect it to be up and around 900,000. I think the only thing for me as a fan is I wanted to see that number get pushed, that number increase. Get closer to 1 million consistently. I think when you had Punk in the fold and you were doing some other things and the product felt a little bit hotter, you were finding no problems doing that. So I would like to see the company push, keep putting out good cards, don't just stack nights that you're up against WWE. Make the shows good, make the storytelling good, give people a reason to tune in. For example, the mystery man in the mask, the jumping of Jay White, that was really hot. A lot of buzz was created by that, but then it fell off. We didn't follow up with it. We haven't given us a whole lot of it. So we will see where this goes. But yeah, 900,000, they're always kind of in that range. Easy Bake, welcome back. Dude, I saw John Cena at 7-Eleven today. He was in Orlando by my house. He was driving back home from the PC. He said he was with his wife. She's super nice. That's amazing, Easy Bake. Congratulations. One of my favorite stories about this channel is me and Nick were live, and Nick's wife was meeting Mick Foley while Nick was here with me talking about wrestling. So, no, that's really cool that you met Cena. Really funny. And poor Big Nick had to talk to me instead of Mick. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we got another one. Mega. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. Humbled and appreciative. Who else we got in the house tonight? I told him since I can see you, that means I can get a picture, right? Did he give you a picture? I hope you got a picture. Be a shame if he didn't. Shout out to Luna Havoc. I discovered this channel through her channel earlier this year. Yes, big shout out to Luna. Luna's been a wonderful addition to this channel. We've had a lot of people come in and out and make a difference and help this channel become what it is. Of course, myself and Big Nick for a long time carried the ball. But we've had a lot of names that we couldn't be here without. Luna Havoc, and then the addition of Ringside Anthony. It's a huge thank you and a huge kudos to both of them joining the network and being a part of the shows, being a part of the streams, allowing Mr. Every Night to have a night off once in a while, even though I'm still always kind of hovering. But no, we appreciate it. We appreciate it, Fred. And we appreciate that love. So keep coming back for more. Did he buy a hot dog off the rollers, or is he a nacho guy? I like it. Easy Bake, let us know. Yes, glad Fred is here. Dynamite just added Emi Sakura versus Hikari Shida. Title elimination match, teacher versus student. I saw this. I feel like we got this before. This is one of those things where I'm like, I'd rather. Okay, you gave Shida back the belt. Give her a decent opponent. I do not. No offense to Umi, but I don't know. Maybe they surprise me. Maybe they over deliver and give us a really good match. I just don't know that it's the best of bookings for my taste. And maybe there's fans out there that say, "Oh, KJ, you're crazy. We love Emu." But if you want me to take Shida seriously, give her. You have relevant talent that you underutilize. Use your relevant talent. To me, Sakura is not. The fact that it's teacher versus student, I don't much care. Like I said, I almost felt like they did the teacher versus student with these two before, but I could be wrong. It could have been Riho and her teacher, if my memory is a little vitamined up. He bought gas and a Gatorade. What are the odds? What are the odds? Penta taking off the glove, couldn't find Alex to throw it to, as Jay just slumps over and stands there. A little bit long in the tooth. But Jay taking the clap in the chest. What's good, TJ Hook? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks, Luna. My hometown is 20,000 people, and it has 5,000 seat arena, but not a lot of stuff gets here. We've had WWE and TNA and some big concerts. Think it would be great building for AEW. Dave, listen, you're not wrong, man. And again, I read somewhere that, AEW can't go to smaller arenas, but I don't know. Is that because of their setup? But again, Penta taking off the shirt. Jay's turn to clap him. Oh my God, I will give him credit. These are echoing. Big clap. Big clap. I wish the commentary was a little bit better. I know that's a low-hanging fruit, and I try not to talk about the commentary. That's why you have us here at the Wrestling for Life Network for that alternative commentary. But yeah, I mean, I wish the person selling. Wow, what a move! Big kick out, big kick out. I will say the crowd in the building are live as shit tonight. Dun dun dun. Where did Dave's comment go? But yeah, I mean, if you did 5,000 seat, like it's the same thing here. We have Rico. It's not Rico anymore. I think it's Coca-Cola. We have the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. So they go to Toronto, and they probably would be better off in Rico. You still get 5,000-6,000 people in the building, but the building feels full. The energy becomes more kinetic at that point for me. It's a better way to hone the energy in the building. And again, if you get to the point where you're turning people away, great. Then expand to bigger buildings. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how the next little while go. If Tony even is this something on Tony's radar? And I'll ask this to you fans out there right now. We got about 50 people hanging around. What do you think? Do you think Tony gives a shit? Does he you know what? I don't care if there's 5 people or 500 people. I don't care. We're just putting on a show. Now, what happened with Wembley would say he does care a lot. So very interesting. It's an interesting dichotomy because if he's got to do something to address why people aren't going to the shows. Is it a fact of you got to run more new cities? You got to build up the hype for your shows. Wow. 2 count, 2 count, 2 count. Good match to start the show here tonight, folks. I really like this match. Jay White Penta tearing it up for everybody right now. There you go. Yeah, I got the for life. Got your custom emoji. Even though it looks funny on my end. I'm gonna have to deal with that one day. Blade Runner. Now, this is gonna be very interesting. Are you fellas gonna be munching on candies when you cover the house? Dude, we got munchies most nights that we're here on stream. So Halloween's even worse. And again, if you have kids out there or your little siblings, or you're young enough to go, yeah, that's the best part of Halloween. Obviously, let's go. We probably have some candies. Listen, we all know that Nick's gonna put on a costume of some kind. We'll see what I'm up to, but it will be a fun one. Plus, Luna Havoc will be live for Mania 8. Did she make it to 8? I think we're at 8. So Luna will be here for that. But Jay White picks up the win with the help of Juice. And now Jay White's got the mic. So this is something they keep doing that I wish they would try and get away from. Because me and Nick have talked about this a lot over the last couple of weeks. Me and Nick, or Nick and I, are big fans of Jay White. We like what he can do. We like that they signed him. But lately it's been match and then promo, or long promo, then promo. And to me, it's making Jay uninteresting. It's making the segments long. And even if he's saying good shit, it comes off a little bit boring. He's still got the Burberry, though, the Triple B. Where's MJF? Okay. That was cool meeting one of my heroes. He is a good guy. Cena Nation, baby. No, easy bake. That's awesome. Especially like at a gas station. It's not like you went to a meet and greet or a convention where you were expecting to bump into people. You go down to the local 7-Eleven and John Cena's standing in the store getting a Slurpee. Like, ha! Pause. What's up, Richard? How you doing? How you doing? Will Ospreay goes one-on-one with Eddie Edwards. Yeah, crazy about this match for Turning Point is, we've had Eddie and Frankie Kazarian tied up for a really long time. I'm looking forward to Ospreay and Eddie. I think it would be wonderful. Dun dun dun. Did you see the TK? Yes. What I like is that it was one of those times, Bash, where I feel like the people doing the interview actually pushed back. Once upon a time on this channel, and we'll probably do it again, where we kind of challenged Tony Khan to come out and talk to the fans. And he was accusing everyone of being bots and haters, and nobody likes them, and everyone's against them. Well, come talk to actual fans. And I would still, to this day, I challenge Tony Khan. If anybody has his ear, I challenge him. Come talk to a fan. Because what I do like about that interview was they pushed back, because so many of the reporters let him away with, I ask a question and then you promote your company, you promote your shows, you kind of give us overtures of, and some of them are just fake. But right now, Juice is talking about winning the diamond ring. I think they're chanting MJF right now. But yeah, I do like the fact that the reporters, the people at Dan Le Batard, pushed back and said, "Wait a minute, we get it. Stop being a carny. We want more." I felt like it was super uncomfortable for Tony, but I think real reporters, and we saw it with Ariel Helwani. I'd like to see a Chris Van Vliet. I don't know if it's happened before, but Chris sit down with Tony Khan, because he's another guy that has kind of a nice way to be like, "Come on, are you really answering the question?" So yeah, I don't know how well it went over, but again, I think it was all part of this crazy week where Tony's ego was a bit bruised. Rated FTR. Yeah, there we go. That seems like what we've been getting. Bum, bum, bum. Yes. What's up, Mega? Mega giving us all the love tonight. I feel like Bang Bang fell off hard. I don't know if they fell off. I just feel like what they were doing was so strong. Like the rivalry with FTR, the 2 out of 3 falls match, being involved with Punk and all that kind of tied together with the opening of Collision was really good. I think the problem is the whole situation with MJF. There's MJF right now. See, I think Jay White should have won his match, went to the back, and a couple segments from now, do what MJF's doing. Stand back there with Renee Moxley good and cut a promo on what the feeling what feeling they have, how they're doing with this. What is their opinion? What is their take? But again, it gets a little bit stretched out. I feel like I don't know if it's fallen off, Keyshawn. It's just not as strong. And I think where I was going with that is it's mixed up with the Acclaimed who are on the screen right now. It gets a little mixed up with Roddy and Adam Cole and those unanswered questions. And then there's a masked man. So again, you really don't know how to feel. You really don't know what you're focusing on as a fan because it's just scrambled eggs. So now Caster saying that Max is going to have to put a ring on a ring on it as he's going for the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal still to come. And I imagine we're going to head into commercial. And even that moment, you get your World Heavyweight Champion who has lost his belt to Jay White who stole it. I really want him fired up. I really want him delivering. And Max Caster walks in and they make it funny. They make it playful. Same thing of last week or the week before. MJF's on the doctor's table. Caster comes in and starts giving him a back rub. MJF freaks out. It becomes funny. It becomes playful. It becomes less serious. And I want MJF to be serious. He got his ass kicked. There's a guy that stole his mask. There's a guy that stole his belt. There's a serious contender for his belt. So when you start sprinkling in like the silly shit and extra people, I think it just kind of goes soft. Pause. What up, KJ? What up, Gilly? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? AJ back in the house, the 3-time champ. Somebody's going to knock him off his perch next pay-per-view. Maybe we'll put it on the line Saturday. We'll talk about it. Is this Dark Penta or Penta the White? It's Penta the White, Keyshawn. Pure of heart and mind. What's up? What's up? Mega, thank you again. I'm very interested in Kenny Omega's single match tonight versus Kyle Fletcher. Yes, Damian. I've been asking for more and more and more Kenny Omega single matches. I like Kenny Omega. I think he's a talented guy. I know what he can do in that ring. And again, I don't know if it's because of injury, just booking decisions or what, but he's in a lot of 6-man, a lot of trios, a lot of who cares. So we'll get there. I mean, I hope so. I got to catch up on this chat. It's on fire tonight. Keep it coming, folks. We got about 60 people hanging out as Dynamite is in a commercial break. I know Curtis isn't here with the over-under, so we'll get back to that when we can. But yes, I believe this is our first full commercial break. We had a picture-in-picture, and I'm not sure what's coming up next here on Dynamite. So a random match with no story built behind it. Bash 8. Can you give me some context? Are we talking about Jay White and Penta? Sometimes I'm okay with it. It depends. Bonkers. It's all part of Tony's long-term booking. As JD. Yeah, that's go tune in. He'll tell you right out of the gate that it's long-term booking. He really should change the intro of his fucking show because right out of the gate, it's going to be bullshit because what? Long-term booking. I've been a long-term fan and I'm missing the long-term booking. And as a guy that spends a lot of time with books and knowing this shit, I'm missing this one. I'm missing the plot, Tony. All right. Like I said, just booking something 1 month and then not booking it again for 7 months doesn't make it long-term booking. We need a story. We need somewhere to get there. And you can't use past stories of like, oh, well, they were mad at each other in the WWE. But it looks like we're going to get Hikaru Shida, you heard me correctly, taking on Emu. In my opinion, it seems like Tony Khan has too much on his plate and putting too much too quickly. 100% agree with you. TJ Hook, as a fan of the show, as a fan of the company, I don't know how he manages what he manages. I don't know what his expertise is as far as Jacksonville goes or the soccer team goes. Like, is he really like an analytics guru? Like, is he highly educated and qualified? Is this just a byproduct of a rich daddy? I don't know. I will not judge him on that. I have no idea. I'm imagining if Tony Khan's dad didn't have ownership in these teams, he wouldn't have involvement in these teams. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's a numbers, he's fucking, sitting at the 21 table or the blackjack table with numbers flying through his head. But yeah, I think before Dynamite was established and successful, we got Rampage. Then Rampage instantly kind of fell off the map. As Sakura coming out right now, throwing her stuff at security. So we'll see what this one brings. Not again, I feel like there's better talent that could have been booked here instead of Sakura, but we'll get into that. Yeah, and then we get Collision. You got all the backstage fighting, you got all the drama. You're trying to book Wembley, you're trying to book all these pay-per-views. I don't know how much coffee or other means he uses to keep his eyes not blinking, but man, too much is too much, and that's where you got to rely on a team. Even to run a YouTube channel, we have a team here to make it all come together. He needs a team to help him, and if he continues to take on all the burdens, he's fucked. He's going to fail, and he's going to physically and mentally suffer from it. So Emmy with a jump start. So 2 matches, 2 jump starts if you're keeping track at home. As Sakura holds up the belt. Aubrey taking it away, and here comes Shida. Like, for me, based on the booking, I don't care about teacher versus student. This should be a quick match. Shida should dominate and show what a great champion she is, that her teacher is not even in her league anymore. But we'll see. This is probably going to go 15 minutes. Switchblade, Jay White for the win. Didn't happen. Oh, yeah, it did happen. My bad. What's up, Mr. Sunglasses? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Do you get food in your beard? How would I not get food in my beard? I call this a flavor saver for a reason, my guy. No, KJ, don't challenge Tony Khan. He'll go on X and cry about it. LOL. By the way, what's up, buddy? What's going on, JV? Listen, I put the challenge out. We reached out to Ryback. We've reached out to people and said, like, come talk. And I know we're just a small little boat. We're just a baby. We're not even 2 years old yet, guys. But again, if you want to talk to real fans, we got a great family of real fans here. And I would love to get somebody like that on here. Let's talk about your controversial opinions, because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to ask it the way I call it. I'm not going to placate. I'm not busted open. I'm not Dave LaGreca of just like, oh, Tony, you're so amazing. No. Do you think Adam Page is buried? Yeah, Adam Page is effed. I'm going to put it nicely at this point, but right now Adam Page is in a pickle. He never really found his way. He never got over. Like, he never found that groove that kind of set him up to be like he's a superstar. They gave him the belt, but he never really got there. You know what I mean? And now he kind of got lost in the mix. I think he fucked around with the Dark Order way too much. And I think that they missed an opportunity. I like Hangman Page. I like Ring of Honor Hangman. I thought he was doing a lot of really good things. AEW Hangman hasn't been great. Been very flat, very emotional. Of course, the issues with Punk. I don't know what they do with him. I don't know. I think he's the type of guy right now, if I was booking Adam Page, I would find a viable, entertaining tag team partner and send him back into the tag team division. That's what I would do with Adam Page. At least this way, somebody can kind of compensate for his lack of what I would call compelling promo, but it gives Adam Page a kind of a way to win. Because what do you do now? Do you book him against somebody of note and have him just go over? And then where does it lead? Anybody out there in the chat right now, can you see Adam Page in 2023 being the world champion? Like, if he won next month If he won, next week, would it be like, yeah, Adam Page is the champion? I don't think so anymore. The international title had no feuds to speak of. Yes, none. It was just 85 spot books. So that's a valid point. Main event is the Dynamite Battle Royal. Is that really the main event tonight? Okay. If that's going to be the main event, I wonder how it's going to tie into the storyline. By the way, I'm in picture in picture. So commercial, the match opens. We're in picture in picture. Emmy is in control of Hikari Skida. Ring of Honor can still use the belts for young guys' ego, and confidence. I completely agree, Chair. I'm right there with you. Give Ring of Honor that NXT feel, that it's your up and coming talent. And then when they transition, when instead of just, oh my God, here's Nick Wayne. Oh my God, here's Kyle Fletcher. Oh my God, here's Billy Starks. Oh my God, here's Top Flight. When you have good young talent and then you have them on this show, when they transition, a good bulk of your audience is ready for them. They know who they are. They're excited for them. Like you look at all the people on NXT right now that WWE fans are like, Braun Breaker has to get called up. Carmelo has to get called up. Oh, I think Roxy's ready. That's that excitement and anticipation that when it does happen, you're like, oh my God, it finally happened. Here we go. And I think that lacks. And I think Ring of Honor does not have an identity. It's so disappointing because the idea that Ring of Honor was going to live on after it went, it said goodbye was super exciting. But I really do feel like when we talked about Tony Khan has way too many things to juggle, too many balls in the air, if you will. I really think that's become the issue, that he, Ring of Honor is an afterthought. You look at the last 2 Ring of Honor pay-per-views, a lot of last minute booking, a lot of late booking. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, I'm way behind. Let me start down here. I'm going to work my way back up. Battle Royal is Dynamite. There we go. Battle Rumble is Dynamite. Thank you, Jay Boy. Welcome back. KJ, remember what I told you about Adam Page's title reign? To me, it's the Lex Luthor title reign in WCW. Valid, JV. Very, again, very flat. Didn't get over. You liked him. You knew who he was, but it just never went anywhere. Honestly, no. Thank you, Ryan. I agree with you. Page, WWE story. That'd be interesting. I don't know how Page would work in WWE, but I do think there's talent there. I don't think the guy is hopeless. I just feel like, again, he was spent way too much time kind of flipping and flopping and not doing a lot enough that mattered. But right now, we're back out of picture in picture. Sakura is still in charge, still in control of the champion. And by the way, if you made a prediction on this, let me know. Did anybody make a prediction? Miss Sheeta for the win. Sheeta has been champ like 3 times. This is her 3rd time. And again, I think the last 2 wins for Sheeta were surprising, especially the last one because she kind of just came out of nowhere. She was almost like an extra in the whole storyline. And then she won the belt. And you're like, okay. And then she lost the belt. She lost the belt for obvious reasons. I don't like the reasons. And then they said, okay, here, have it back. Sheeta, I like. I don't dislike Sheeta. Oh, Hurricane Rana. Sakura goes into the apron. Sheeta for the win. Hickory stick for the win. Hamburgers. I don't know what's that. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? White and Penta KJ. My bad. Maybad. KJ Maybad? Am I reading that correctly? Good first match. Matt, I agree. I thought the first match was good. I think, again, if I'm being picky, but it wasn't terrible this time, is just have the bad guys leave. And then they can do a backstage. They could do exactly what they did in the ring backstage with Renee Moxley good. That's my take on it. And then if you want, you can take the time that you gave to MJF and put him out there. But that's just me being picky. What the hell was that? You got to be specific, C-Money. Welcome back, by the way. Omega won on Dynamite. Okay. See in the future. These MJF with the Acclaimed are bad. I agree, Chair. And I believe all the fucking funny stuff is taking away from the MJF we love. The MJF that got over, the MJF that, called his boss a mark, the MJF that stood out amongst the crowd, the MJF that we feel is going to make nothing but bank in 2024 if he's not signed to a contract. I really, really think that the skits and the side stuff take away from the edge that made MJF so hot. I do. I think they've cooled him off because here he is. He's supposed to be furious that there's a man walking around out there with his belt in their hands. And instead, he's fucking around with Max Caster. Again, another babyface, which I think eventually is going to lead to the 8-man tag, right? We're going to get the Acclaimed and MJF against the Bullet Club. Is that, I mean, am I wrong? That's where this is going, right? Juice got the TJF chant. Make this man a champion. Juice is good. Juice is good. I know he's been in the center of controversy, but he's good. And big knee, and it's over. Okay, match. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Quick. So I commend them on being quick. Dog collar match, MJF and the Bullet Club. All of them? Just one, and like he'll have like 4 chains off his neck. He's talking like a wise man. Whoo. Juice has the belt. Yes, he does. Jay White wins. He's great on the mic. Listen, I like Jay White on the mic. I like Juice on the mic. I actually think that the especially Austin Gunn, it cuts a mean promo. Like they're good backstage, 80s style, Mean Gene Okerlund, scream, yell at the camera promo. Earlier today, we got Adam Copeland. We got Renee Paquette. Picante. Tony is doing it again, a long speech. Yeah, again, I just think there's too much of the same, right? Like when you put it all together, a nothing match that we kind of knew how it was going to turn out, then a big long-winded promo, and then another promo from MJF. Like if MJF was going to be in the back talking to Renee, why did he not come out to the stage and address it? It's kind of those little inconsistencies in the writing. But this is the rated R rebuttal. Take that for what it will. Eye candy. Ref wasn't paying attention. Of course not. Someone better than Emi Sakura. Are you high or is it just me? God, she's terrible. Why is she on my TV? Is that not what I said? There we go. There we go. Okay. Anybody better than Emi. And I am high. But yeah, see money. Again, it just doesn't make me take the match or the belt serious. Again, that Shida is going to win this match. Shida is going to take out her teacher. I don't care for this booking. Now, that's granted. Not every match has to be a 5-alarm blaze. Not every match is going to be 7.5 stars by Meltzer. Not every match is going to blow the building down. But that match served no purpose. It didn't increase the storyline. It didn't increase interest. It didn't do anything. So Booker was somebody better. Booker with talent that you are underutilizing in that division. Make them relevant. Where's a Ruby Soho? Where's, fucking... I know Julia's out, so we can't really talk about her. But you got so many women. Anna Jay, you could probably utilize in this regard. Give Bunny a match. Fuck it. Again, yeah, Emmy? No. Sheeta, got that one. Got that one. You need to select some guys that have brought in to do that. Do it. Jeff Jarrett in jail. Lethal should be in charge of Ring of Honor. Jeff Jarrett in jail. I don't know what the hell. Lethal should be in charge of Ring of Honor. Again, you got lots of names, right? We've talked about a list of names that they have or had that would definitely benefit them in Ring of Honor. You got Bibbins over there. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch what Edge is saying. So Edge thinks that Christian is clouded. 2-0. Evening. How you doing? How you doing? From NYC. Shout out. Almost neighbors. MJF needs to be an ass again. Yeah, he can be a babyface asshole. I'll say it. I'll put it out there. He can be a babyface with an asshole chip on his shoulder. Sarcastic, rude, mean. Again, when he was giving Tony Khan shit publicly, fans loved it. I loved it. This is excellent. This is great. Do more of this. You brought him back as the devil. We're like, oh my God. And then you had, it got mixed up with Bibbins and their crew and Big Bill. And to me, his return fell flat because of all the extra shit. And then he had to have a match with Yuta. And I just want him to be what we know he can be. And to me, he's been watered down for a while, for quite a while. And if he loses this belt at Full Gear, if he loses this belt in the next couple weeks or next couple months, it may kind of make us look back on his title run as meh, could have been better. Sheeta retains. Yes, she does. So you're saying is you want MLW's version of MJF, which was actually booked properly. Yeah, I mean, valid point. I get that idea, that arrogant, pompous asshole. To say it nicely, that's what you need. That's due to AEW Creative, though. Hangman is a good wrestler. Yeah, I agree with you, Polar, 100%. And welcome, by the way. And I still have Adam Copeland there, kind of giving his rebuttal, very heartfelt. I might have missed some of what he said, but essentially this is leading, I imagine, to Edge or Adam Copeland against Edge at Full Gear. And here comes Wardlow. Jade needs the man. Jade's going to take out the man. Going to make a statement through the man. I've been calling for it. I think it's going to happen. I really do, J-Boy. Sheeta is always a pop. She's good. Oh, she's being jumped. Wait, is that Ryan Nemeth? And Wardlow just squeezing his head. Oh, it is. Little Dolph is in the ring. Jungle Man wins. Wait, what? Come on. Come on. So Wardlow hits one power bomb and we get a referee stoppage. And here comes Tony. I got to catch up to you guys. CM Punk got a bigger bag. Pause on that. He's got MJF written on his. Why? See, this is like confusing shit. Oh, MJF just knocks Tony down, gets a heel boo. Nerd alert. I like it. Sheeta retains. Yes, she does. I got that one already. Yeah, Tony trying to figure his shit out. And now we're back with, I will say, this show is clipping because we got Kenny Omega getting ready to take on Kyle Fletcher. Good evening, 2-0. What do you think of NWA? We'll get into that in a commercial break, Damien. Remind me if I don't talk about it. Kind of cool, but not bad. I mean, not as big as I think it sounded, but it is cool, and I'll talk to why I think it's cool. I would say use D, but she's got backstage heat. I don't give a fuck about backstage heat, Daniel. I don't. This company talking about backstage issues affecting front stage product bothers me. Serena Deeb is one of the best female wrestlers in the world, one of the best women, technical wrestlers in the world. Utilize her. Use her to make. Whoa, MJF. This is so. MJF walking in on Kenny Omega. MJF just wants to shake Kenny's hand. There you go. 13 days, bitch. 13 days, bitch. That is what MJF whispered in Kenny's ear. Has Tony Khan, with his recent Twitter outburst, thrust himself into the spotlight when it comes to discussing AEW? 100%. I think a lot of people this week, even fringe fans that don't really watch AEW, like, to me, Tony is giving bullets to the counter argument, to the tribalism. If you are a hater of AEW, Tony Khan loaded up your gun all last week to just fire off and shoot all week long, just pop, pop, pop. And it was more about Tony than it was about the company. It was more, again, I know we got mad, but Tony should be smart enough to know that if you're going to tweet about your mom, people are going to say stupid shit about your mom. Do I condone it? Do I think it's normal? Do I think it's healthy? No, but you know better. It doesn't matter what you put out there. People are going to take pot shots at it. But you used it to get sympathy and then got mad when it got heat. It's a bit of a tough one. But Tony definitely has pushed himself to the forefront of all the attention. We're not talking a lot about MJF, which I'm going to talk about in a second because it's confusing me. We're not talking a lot about, the actual card, the matches. Like when people say, oh, AEW was amazing last week. We spent more time talking about Tony Khan and his bullshit than we did about what a wicked match Brian and Swerve put on. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's definitely how I felt last week. We didn't talk about the actual wrestling a lot. It was all the backstage stuff and ticket sales and things that make him feel good. He's got to be cautious with that. And I always say this. I've been on the record for saying it for so long. Tony Khan, my friend, say less. Just say less and let your success. If you are as successful and as amazing as you believe you are, people will notice. The cream will rise to the top. That's it. Thank you, my guy, Nick. Edge is in an environment that just doesn't feel the same. He's going out on his own terms, but it feels like Edge is going into matches we people other than Christian, he has no connection with. Yes, and I felt like this is how they did at CM Punk when he first came into the company. I felt like we got a lot of weird matches. Punk versus Lee Moriarty. I want meaning behind the stuff, especially for the superstars. Now, Edge trying to get to Christian should matter, but him doing a whole bunch of side matches and spot booking, no. I think the most interesting thing about Edge is the story he has with Christian. Build that. Real quick, I know I'm rambling, trying to keep up, but Damian brought up NWA signs a deal with CW. They'll have 2 programs. They're going to have Power and a reality show, kind of like All Access, kind of like what we've seen on Netflix with Al Snow and Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. Oh, we're back to Roddy's house. Adam Cole apparently not going for surgery ever. Anybody wondering about this broken foot? But yeah, I mean, it's great for wrestling that another network, no matter big or small, picked up the show. They're going to air it. It is amazing for wrestling fans. Again, it's another example of if wrestling's dying off, the companies aren't investing in wrestling. As a wrestling fan, for me, that's wicked. If we're getting more wrestling on TV, great. Does that mean we're going to cover it out of the gate? Maybe not. We'll wait and see. To me, NWA has had a really bad 2023. So kudos for Tony for grabbing this one. You used to make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Here's another guy. Is anybody... I don't want to go down like the bash. Like now we're getting slow motion of a peanut butter and jam sandwich being made. And it's very erotic, guys. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It is very erotic and off-putting. Anyone out there dying laughing right now? Is there anybody of the 60 people tuning in watching this going, wow, this is really great? Like, this is where the tribalism of, like, the fans... I think Luna Havoc might be, actually. I don't know if she's still here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Nick. I was trying to figure it out. I knew he was close, but again, weird interaction. Wardlow's got MJF on his armband. Jay White's mad at MJF. MJF's missing Adam Cole. Adam Cole's making peanut butter sandwiches. At a conference, a meeting of Kenny and MJF sprinkled in there. The Acclaim's evolved. Just it's scrambled eggs, folks. Fuck the peanut butter and jam. We're getting scrambled eggs. So Roddy's thinking, if I want my best friend back, I got to be nice to the scumbag. Is anybody out there going like, these segments are fucking awesome? It's fucked. Do you remember when Adam Cole, and people weren't talking about his size, Adam Cole was just a badass. The UE, sorry, got it backwards, were fucking feared. They were dominant. They had belts. Nobody said, oh, Adam Cole shouldn't be NXT champion. Now you watch him and you're like, this guy, this is Dark Order level bullshit. Next strong. As Don Callis and the Final Supper on the way out to the ring. He's got Hobbs. He's got Takeshita. He was the wrong leg up. Oh, my God. Guys, you go straight into surgery. You get a boot. You get, there's things that should have happened. I don't believe for a fucking second that he's hurt. I do think that him, Roddy, and everyone else were in the mask. But they're giving us these bullshit vignettes instead of sneak peeks of the man in the mask or weird moments of the man in the mask. Even like little things like, fucking Jay White or MJF walking through the back. And do you remember they did it like the WWE where like the fucking spotlight drops and just misses them? And you look up and you see the mask. And you're like, oh shit, who is that? The Phantom of the wrestling. This reminds me of but yes, Nick, leave it to the scarf to know. Can't wait to see it. VHS, definitely upload the pictures. I read that backwards, so I don't know what pictures. Wardlow had MJF on his wrist. Yeah, again, odd. Tony back in the ring after being knocked down by Wardlow and talking about how Hobbs broke Chris Jericho. Please say it's true. Please say it's true. I have one in my save list to order. Haha. Right now I have Michael Myers, Chucky, Leatherface, Pennywise, Jason, and Gremlin. These segments are taking way too long. If they feel long, it means they're boring. If they feel long, it means you're not into it. Generally, if it's a good segment, you're like, oh fuck, that was so quick. I want more of this. Long and boring. He's made too much of the focus about him rather than the company. Completely agree, Daniel Price. CM Punk got a bigger bag. We got that one. Oh, the neck. Oh, that's what you were talking about, Boston. All right, now we're busting out the nerd. You were right. You were right. I think AEW isn't investing in building new stars anymore. AEW wants to bank on independent wrestlers, people know, and former WWE talent that has built a fan base. But I think when you sign Edge, say that brings in a whole bunch of new fans. People are like, oh fuck, I love Edge. I want to tune into that show to see Edge. And you tune into that show and you're getting a slow motion, weird, erotic, fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich being made. There's an issue. And that's where you turn off new fans. That's why the number's always 850, 900, maybe 950. Like you're in that range, that 100,000 range, and you don't grow past it. That's my take. I mean, that segment was fucking awful. Go on Discord and upload the pics. All right, now we're sharing pics. Sounds good, VHS. I just started mine. So it's small. Dude, this sounds terrible. It really does. From out of context, all of these comments sound off. Send me a pic. Oh, mine's small. You sure you want me to send a pic? It's small, but I know what to do with it. Wardlow wants MJF and his title. Yes. Interesting. Are they going to push it? It'll be really weird. Like, we'll see what happens. Tony learned to take a bump. Now he's getting a shut the F up chant. So there we go. One of AEW's favorite things to do. Pause the fuck on all of it. Yep. This is good. What's good? Don Callis is good. Yes. I hope Swerve goes face, man. I hope Swerve gets away from all the bullshit. You can keep Swerve with Nana. I don't mind Swerve with Nana. But yeah, you can go babyface with Swerve. You can go heel with Swerve. I think he can absolutely do it. It's weird that the show AEW hasn't addressed the Masked Devil. That Jay White didn't call it out. That Jay White wasn't pissed off. Wait, Kyle Fletcher, who's scheduled to have a match with Kenny Omega, comes out and gets in the face of Hobbs and rips the mic out of Callis' hands. Does Hobbs and Braun buy their pants at the same store? The Red Pants Store. Yes. Oh, so Kyle Fletcher saying, I might have been the weakest link. I might have taken the pin, but I'm going to prove to everyone tonight I got what it takes. Why am I watching this garbage? I ask myself that sometimes. No, but I think this is the frustrating part, Alexis, is there is a lot of good in here. There's a lot of good talent in here. When they brag about having a wicked roster, they're not lying. They have a fucking wicked roster. They're just all doing weird shit. And to me, it's a lot of scrambled eggs. There you go. That's my challenge to Luna. Get me a YouTube short with some scrambled eggs frying up. Here comes Kenny. But yeah, Big Nick, the whole thing's weird for me. Like the whole situation is just, it strikes me as odd that they, again, like the comparable in wrestling mysteries, to me, you look at the White Rabbit, and again, you want to compare companies, I don't give a shit, deal with it. But you look at the White Rabbit, we didn't get like a White Rabbit teaser, and then a month later they talked about it, and then a month later, no, like you build, you get a little breadcrumb, then you get another breadcrumb, and then you get another breadcrumb, and it builds and it builds and it builds, and then to the point where everybody's really anticipating who it is. And if it is who we all think it is, because that's the way it arced, then you're like, oh my God, I can't, I knew it was him the whole time. But if they write it well, you get a lot of people who say, oh, I can't believe it was so-and-so. But for the guy that got jumped to not address it really well, MJF addressed it once that, oh, somebody stole my mask. But I'm telling you, in my gut, I feel that the obvious answer and the glaring answer is Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and the others, until Roddy just says at the end of that promo, I guess we got to be friends with MJF then. Well, why does this tie back to MJF? You guys haven't been in the same fucking building in weeks. To me, all of it is cooled right off. And it's between that and the Acclaimed, it's really dulling your champion. It really is. The Weasel, Don Callis. I don't even know if we're allowed to give that to him. Right now, Kenny coming out swinging, though. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a Barry Horowitz pat on the back for calling it on Cole's ankle. Daniel, I'm with you. I feel like I was with you from the jump, my guy. I always felt like it was bullshit. And now, again, like, oh, I got to go get surgery, guys. If anyone's broken anything, you get into surgery pretty fucking quick. I don't know. Maybe it's different in America. But you hear a lot of athletes like, I broke my leg. Oh, the next day, recovering from surgery. He's 17, 1-1 on Dynamite. Who? Yes, that is Chucky in the crowd. Somebody is in the front row of AEW right now in a full Chucky costume. Commitment It's hot enough trying to watch a wrestling show, jumping up and down and screaming and yelling. To do it in a big rubber face seems crazy. Kenny Omega for the win. I got Omega. I'm going with you. What's up, Jake, the tribal chief? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Vance is taking Kyle. Interesting. Now, Vance, straight up, or is somebody going to get involved? Kenny Omega for the win. Khan just goes back to the giraffe. Again, I don't know. I don't know how they do it in AEW. I don't, but I imagine like you sit down and when you're putting the show together and you're putting in the spots for those vignettes, those segments, that somebody like Tony or a producer, somebody's got to watch that and go, guys, maybe this isn't right. And especially if this is one of the key stories that tie into our champion, maybe it's not right. I don't want to see men my age or pushing 40, so between mine and Nick's age, like, having a slow motion segment about peanut butter and jelly making. I don't. Like, again, if you're 30 plus, fuck, if you're 25 plus and you're out with your boys, I think it looks a little different than that. It looks a little more mature than that. It's got a better vibe than that. Damien, why did I feel like he was back? Did we not get him back from injury? Big balls he's got. There you go. Swerve is better in the gray. You can't have everybody in the gray though, Chair. And I think that's one of the things we talk about a lot, where I know a lot of the modern fans are very like, tweeners. You can't have everybody a tweener. You need some substantial standouts. If he's going to be a heel, I got no problem with Swerve being a heel. But I think that Swerve is a guy you can push. He's interesting. He's compelling. He's a good promo. He's a good athlete. Nana adds a nice element to him. What's up, Kevin? Justin, this is good. Again, context is king, especially when I'm way behind. KJ, I agree with you that Strong and Nicole are 100% healthy. Oh, Adam Cole, not Nicole. Healthy, and they will return on. They will turn on MJF, the Kingdom, and Maria. Cole and Strong will be the new UE. Yes, and Jason, I'm with you on that. I truthfully feel like they've waited too long. Yeah. I hate you too, JV. I don't know why the hate, but I hate you. With help. Thank you, Vance. More chops. Lots of chops. The Weasel. The Weasel. No, Bobby said Bobby's the ultimate weasel. If there was that's why I'm hesitant. You can't call, Don the Weasel callous, or you can't really give Don that thing. Like, the ultimate wrestling weasel was Bobby Heenan, man. He would do anything and everything. I mean, people get mad about Roman Reigns cheating. Roman always cheats to win. Bobby cheated for like 3 decades. Like, it was ridiculous. So let's be, but is that chunky? Yeah. I missed that completely. I don't know if that was a typo or not, but it's even funnier that, that's chunky in the crowd. By the way, folks, we are in picture. We're past the hour mark. I feel like my mouth has not stopped moving, and I don't want anyone to pause on that. Sick of your shit out there. But I will take a moment to remind everybody, tomorrow we're back for Impact. Luna Anthony and Havoc Tony. Luna, Havoc, and Anthony will be here for Impact, the go-home show for Bound for Glory. The Tag Team Champions return on Friday. Myself, Big Nick, are going to take on SmackDown and Rampage, and then we're rolling into the weekend. Luna, Havoc, and Anthony will be here for Bound for Glory. Nick and I might be plotting some stuff in the background to figure out what to do with our lives on a weekend off. But folks, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. We are growing by the second. Like I said, we're still less than 2 years old. We don't turn two till 2024. So we're a young channel, but we are blowing up. Other people have noticed it. Other channels have called it out, and we love it. We appreciate the family that we've created here. So keep it coming. It's like the circus. Once you join, you can't go home. Paul, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, bro? What's happened in AEW Dynamite? You know what? Dynamite started off well with a really good match. Penta and Jay was a good match. Didn't love the promo after it. MJF gave a promo. Then we had Hickory Stick take on Emu. She gets the win, retains her title, beats her teacher. A couple more promos. Don Callis promo. Now we got Kenny and Kyle Fletcher in the ring. Lots going on here tonight. I really liked how the show started. I really thought the last 30 minutes has not been the best for me. Just a bit of a lull, but I get it. We'll see. Good evening, artist. Just checking in. Hi, bud. How you doing? We're still here. We're still alive. No, we're good. Carrot Top, Best Weasel by far, and Fidel Castro's son. Yes. Unbroken comment of the night. No offense to anybody, but if you know about Fidel Castro's son. Viva la Biodome. Speaking of peanut butter, Kenny for the win. KJ in the States, only the rich get good health care. So I would be accurate to think, like, when you hear of like football players and hockey players and athletes get hurt, they generally get into surgery pretty quick. I don't imagine. Maybe Adam Cole is on a waiting list. You had like, oh yeah, you broke your ankle in 94 places and you need a whole bunch of needles and pins. We'll get you in November. Kenny to the top. Big drop kick on Kyle. Dun, 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 dun. You only get good health care if you're a CEO of Big Pharma. Man, you know what? I've watched some really good documentaries about the Big Pharma in U.S. It's maddening. Hey, what's up, bro? Got that one. The artist Prince in the chat, formerly known as. Next week he'll be a symbol. Kenny setting up Kyle Fletcher, pulling the trigger. Well, this is going to be a reversal. Fletcher out of the way, grabbing, suplex. Nice suplex. Keep Swerve heel. Fair enough. I like it. I think my preference is heel Paul. I think we could go either way. Like, I think he's good enough to go either way, but I do like what he's doing right now. I don't know about the whole embassy. Oh wow, 2 count by Kyle. 2 count by Kyle. Kyle. Every time I say Kyle, I just Swerve dresses like a heel. Is that like the WWE take? Like we make them wear black. Since when did we get Sens when did the Sens get good? JV, you got to give the Sens. I had a big hatred for the Sens for the longest time. Obviously, the Battle of Ontario, but they have a really entertaining young team, and they made a lot of moves. Nick went and drafted Giroux, who's hanging around. But the Sens got a tricky, sneaky team. They're young. They're not quite there yet, but again, if they get hot at the right time, they got enough young talent there, especially with Kachuk kicking around. Omega should be the champ again. Him versus Cage for it would be a reason to finally take AEW as serious as a WWE program. I don't know about that, my guy. A bit of a stretch, but if you could get Michinoku driver 2 is Kyle Fletcher taking Kenny Omega to the limit here tonight. Wow. Show is bad to me. Like Collision better. Paul. Yeah, I don't know. Like I did. I mean, I'm kind of torn here because I feel like Collision was on a really nice pace, a really nice upward trajectory. And I feel like the Punk shit did change the show. And you're getting more involvement of people that you weren't seeing on the shows. Oh, knee to the back. Poison Rana. Fletcher wobbled. Up. Powerbomb. Roll through. Big. And the kid kicks out. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting debate between Collision and Dynamite right now. And again, not all of Dynamite's bad. Like, this is a pretty good match. It has little to no meaning, but it's a really good match. Right? It's like Jay White and Penta, really good match. The match itself didn't mean anything. Someone with an ankle legit broken in 3 places would have been writhing on the floor in pain the moment it happened, not hobbling for the rest of the way of the ring. Yes, Daniel Price, I'm completely with you on that. You don't just like skip off shattering your ankle. Oh, yeah, Kenny locked in, rolling through. 1, 2. Wow, the ref had to pull up. That was a 3. That was a 3. It's that close. The ref did the Snapdragon. I'm not rich. I have good health care. Most jobs today offer good health care. There you go, Boston. There you go. Good to know it's not all bad. Oh my God. Kenny Omega just lit up Kyle Fletcher. Up he goes. One winged angel. Nobody kicks out of the one winged angel. Maybe one of the most protected finishers in all of wrestling right now. And it is over. It is over. A good match. Again, you probably could have ended it with the last succession of moves, but a very high pace, good action match. Damien is Bound for Glory this weekend. Yes, Bound for Glory is Saturday night. We go live at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be here for Bound for Glory. Luna Havoc, Ringsider Anthony will take you through a stacked Saturday night from Impact. This match, honestly, is really good. I'm with you, AJ, for sure. Callis watching from commentary, by the way. The doctor that cleared Matt Hardy to continue after his head smack in the concrete. There you go. There you go. Boss Gamer, yo, word. So, do I? One thing I have to co-pay and not a lot is dental. Okay, okay. So it varies. Kind of like I mean, we have insurance as well for those purposes, and it varies from company to company. But then we have the overarching healthcare that kind of takes care of most things. KJ, I have a sneaky feeling. Oh, we're getting Danhausen on our screen. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Maybe I'm just too old for this shit. Nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. I feel like if my boy Nick was here right now, he'd be having a field day. Love that, Danhausen. All right. So we're getting a TV, Danhausen, a nice song. Very, very, very nice. Bound for Glory is 10/21. Yes, it is, which is 3 days from today. You're lucky. Omega drop kicked the rope on the lower leg area, and Kyle was holding his head, and the announcer, we're trying to sell it. Yeah, no. It doesn't matter if you can visibly see it, if the production, you know, takes it, shoots it in a way that it's blatantly obvious, it doesn't matter what the announcers say. They can sell the shit out of it. Doesn't matter. It's not going to change it. I have full bennies. Good job, AJ. So close. Blue pill. That's all I'm going to say about that. I broke my ankle in baseball and I passed out from the pain. I woke up in the hospital. It happens, my guy. Listen, if you have been on this channel long enough, you would have heard my story of I've gone through some damage, and it's not fun. It really, you can have a bad day. So yeah, I mean, if you talk about broken ankles, broken anything, just continuing on about your business generally is not something that happens. Astros 5, Rangers 0, fourth inning. Wow, Astros, man. All right, all right, all right. I don't like the Astros, so see how that turns out. In the USA, my meds were covered, then not covered in 8 months, suddenly covered again. I have no idea how it works. 3-0. Kenny wins. Yes, he did. Kenny Omega for the win. Damn Kenny. 0-1. Really? Vance. Nobody helped him. They just watched from a distance. So I guess, Vance, you're not wrong. Like, I mean, your assumption was that Kenny would get help. Kenny would get kind of screwed. Kyle Fletcher might get help. Did not happen. Was not the case. Did not take place. They did not assist him in any way, shape, or form. It kind of blows my mind. So Kyle Fletcher, I guess, will not make the family. Kyle on a losing streak to legends, at least. Good matches, good performances. I'm fine with it. And again, he's predominantly known as a tag team wrestler. So, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it, but we'll see. I mean, if you were trying to build him up to be a member of the Don Callis family, I don't know if we're going in the right direction yet. Tony's pay-per-view needs to go back to Saturday. Listen, if they're going to do 5, 6, 7 hour pay-per-views, yeah, Saturday is the place to do it. Honestly, Saturday is the place to do it. Sundays, I mean, again, maybe I'm just an old fart at this point in my life, but yeah, and I know Nick and I have talked about it a lot of Sunday night, 14 matches starting at 7, 8 o'clock. To me, if you're on the East Coast, how are you going to even begin to stay up? Like, it blows my mind. Really good match. Got that one. Kyle Fletcher is just got his ass beat. And yes, Penta been horror. Yeah, 100% artist. As here comes Lance Archer dragging an unknown human out to the ring. But he's back. What do you think about USA Network teasing the return of CM Punk? KJ, I love it. Everybody tease all the time. Let's go. I'm convinced it's happening. So I love the teasing. And every time something gets teased and everybody gets mad about it or celebrates it, it's funny as shit to me. Oh, we got a tope kacha. Choke slam on the apron. Lance Archer looking badass, by the way. So he's basically coming out and doing exactly what Wardlow did 2 matches ago. No need for Tony's boy Danhausen. Yeah, for Danhausen to be spotlight, to get the spotlight, that's where I joke. Maybe I'm just getting too old. The Danhausen on my screen, or you already got the peanut butter and jelly thing. Again, it's a lot of silliness. It's a lot of childishness. My health don't care about me. Bathroom break time. If you're going during this match, it won't be long. Just in time for Halloween. Halloween 3 reference with Danhausen. There you go. Oh, big knee. Setting him up. And it's over. Here we go. Everybody dies. And it's quick work. It's funny. Wardlow hit a power bomb. Referee stoppage. Lance Archer hits that. The referee should have made a stoppage. I guess Lance Archer is back. He's victorious. He looks great. I don't know. I mean, I would love, and I know he's kind of had a cup of tea, but I would love the WWE to get their hands on Lance Archer. All right, guys. Look what I started. We're gonna skip over that green pill. All right, now we're on to the green one. Big fan of the green one. Very, very, very nice. Nice. Yeah, very evil. Danhausen is coming. Like, again, we're getting the vignettes for Danhausen, but what do you do with Danhausen? Is Danhausen going to win the TNT title? Is he going to win the IC title? Sorry, I got distracted by Swerve. And we're getting the music video. I swerve when I drive. Premiering this Friday, Flash Garbage, Swerve, the Realist, Big Pressure remix. So we just got, there you go. And now we get Prince Nana in the back with Swerve. Kenny Omega just get a lot of heat. I don't really know how I feel about him. Maybe it's just his doll face and personality or something. I don't know, but he's good in the ring, just odd. Paul, I think the thing with Kenny and the Bucks is I feel like they put themselves on, like, the Meltzers of the world, put them on such a plateau, it kind of knee jerk people to knock them off of that perch. That's how I feel about it at times, where I like Kenny and I think sometimes he gets lumped in. He's not an amazing promo. If anybody tells you Kenny Omega is an outstanding promo, I don't think he is. He comes off very odd, very breathy, very rehearsed. I don't think he's a great promo. But like Kenny with Dawn worked for that reason. Dawn can talk. But in ring, Kenny Omega is capable of giving you a banger all the time. And he's a talented guy. I just think it came with the best in the world, 17 5-star matches, just kind of irritated people because I don't know how deserved it was. Because, and again, there's different ways to look at it. So Swerve talking to Hangman, by the way. So apparently, well, and we saw last week, we're not done with that yet. So Hangman's going to beat Swerve, and then we'll have a third match where we figure out who's winning the other. When did the show become about medical care and not wrestling? Yeah, I'm just skipping by it. Skipping by it. I started something, now I got to close it up. If Abandon shows up, somebody's a spy. I like it. This is Sting. Here comes Sting, folks. And he will address the people. If it comes out just to say tune in on Saturday, I'll be very disappointed. USA beginning as the best in the world. KJ, how you got so many injuries curling? I've barely curled. I think I've curled once, twice in my life. It's hard as fuck. I hate curling. But yeah. I wish. I'm an American Canadian. Bacon is the best. It's just back bacon. It's all right. Bacon of any kind. I'm good with bacon. Big fan. Bacon's doing good things. Anyone heard about Rick Knox? Does he still have a job? I think so. What's up with that, pal? I'm curious. What's your take? I have no idea what happened to Rick Knox. Do you remember Halloween 3? It was really good. The third one is the third one Season of a Witch? Yeah, no, the third one sucked. The third one was bad. Or are we going like, if we're talking about the original series, if we're talking about the original Michael Myers series, the third one, I believe, was the shit one. Oh. Sting's asking, should I say the word? No, Jake. Archer wins quickly. Yep. 4-0. Now that's a choke slam. I love Lance Archer, guys. But I am going to go a little bit quiet. I know I never really shut up, especially when I'm alone. But I'm going to try and catch what Sting's saying here. Not going to happen, artist, but it would be cute. It'd work. Sting's the new GM. Oh, talking about Dusty. Hot times. I hope he isn't retiring. He's not even. Oh, wait. They booed Hulk Hogan. I figured as much. Chronic. But then I hesitated. I'm like, are we talking like new Halloweens? Like shit. But yeah, no, I appreciate you clarifying and spending the money to do so. But nothing but love on those super chats, my guy. Yeah, Season of the Witch is even as a young KJ, I was like, what the fuck did they do? Talking about Flair. 1990. Jake the Snake is talking to the wise man. There you go. Archer for the win. Archer's incredibly boring. But I like him so much. I feel like you could book him better and he wouldn't be boring. We're getting thank you, Sting Chance. Remix. Woohoo. I remixed the remix and went back to normal. Yeah, we're in that right now, guys. So apologize if I'm being a little bit quiet. It would be a very interesting move, Boston, and I think it could work again. And a good talker with a great athlete, it's money in the bank. That's why I like Braun Breaker joining, being the next Paul Heyman guy. Kenny would benefit from a Paul Heyman for sure. It's all about the roar of the fans. Kenny is outstanding with ring entrances. That's what you want to be known for. He's a really good enterer. Pause. It's Sting. Swerve is not my favorite. All right, all right. He's up there. I really like the guy. Getting back to that word. Uh-huh. They're chanting, "You still got it, folks." How do you feel if this is a retirement? How do we feel, Hogan booed? I got to get a bomber jacket. Been a minute, eh? A bomber jacket and some docks. He said retire. Yeah, amen, Unbroken. You're not wrong at all, my guy. Dynamite has been a very solid show. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I wouldn't, I'm not jumping out of my seat, but there's been good parts to it. And I think that's the one thing about Sting is there's nothing for sure. I like it. Yes, Darby should retire him. I don't know how you do it, but I think Darby should be the kid. Come on now. What are they chanting now? Oh, the crowd was chanting Rosenberg, Texas. And Sting goes for the cheap pop. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Yes. Edge versus Sting one time. That see that's a spicy meatball. I like that. My very last match. My last match will be Revolution 2024. So, kind of what we talked about. Put that prediction out there that he was going to name his retirement date. So, Revolution 2024. There you go. Oh, my retirement at Revolution 2024 is for sure. And everyone goes quiet. And he goes quiet, heartfelt. Oh man. So a bit of a bittersweet moment here. The legend, the icon Sting addresses the crowd, talks about his career, his path that got him here, and lets us know that come 2024, he's packing it in. Last match. Yes. And I love him. Listen, somebody made a joke about Jericho. Where was it? Maybe Jericho retire next. Jericho ain't retiring until Tony stops cashing those fat checks. Jericho ain't going nowheres. Don't kid yourself. Yeah, definitely. Now he's playing up to the crowd. Yeah, no, I love this. I have no problem with what just happened. You give them the mic, you give them the time, you let them go, and you let everybody know. I'm fine with it. Again, and letting people know. I know some fans might debate, oh, he should have just, let his career play out. But I don't mind having a marker. We know this is the last time we're going to see Sting. They're probably going to, we hope Tony builds to it going through December into January. And we're black and white. It's timeless. Tony Storm is here. When you get a pedigree like Sting, just let it go. Interesting. So we get a shout out to the Picture in Picture, which is the premiere of Tony's new movie, Gone with the Storm. Is this the best usage of Picture in Picture we've had? I can't wait for Jim Cornette to review this episode of AEW. It's going to sound very similar to a lot of the episodes of Jim Cornette reviewing Dynamite. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be overly happy with a lot of what he's getting here tonight. And again, I mean, listen, for people who think that Jim Cornette was just, blindly biased against AEW, remember when there was people out there that were shitting on Jim because people, kind of tagged him with the label of the guy who wouldn't say anything bad about MJF? Like everything out, like Cornette had so much praise for MJF, until lately. But what he's saying about MJF, I don't necessarily disagree with. But yeah, folks, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty here tonight. We got about 30 minutes, just under 30 minutes left. I will remind everybody, get in that chat, say hello, chat away. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind. We have, what else? We got the Battle Royal still to come. Right now, I'm getting this silent movie. How dare you? But yes, make sure you come back tomorrow. Make sure you come back Friday. Make sure you come back Saturday, Sunday. Come back all the days, folks. We cover more live wrestling than anyone else out there. And we're often imitated, never duplicated. So this is the place to be. We got more content coming your way. Luna Havoc and Anthony are going to have Bound for Glory on Saturday night. It's going to be a huge show. So be here for that one. The card is stacked. No bullshit. If you're a wrestling fan, do not miss Bound for Glory. Sting deserves this moment. I'm right there with you, my guy. Completely agree. I think that Sting 100% deserves this moment. There, Bash was the one about Jericho. Jericho's not going anywhere. Jericho will be having matches in 2026 and telling the fan base, if you don't think that's one of my best matches ever, you're an idiot. That's what's going to happen. Jericho is just on this snowball of, I'm having the best wrestling of my life. And Tony, yeah, you are. Of course you are. It's not true. It's not factual. And it's fucking Jericho up. They could utilize Jericho so much better. It makes me sad that people want to see Jericho retire, but I would like to see him retire. So here's Bad Attitude Nick Wayne looking like his mom got called to the principal's office. That's what this looks like. Minus JR's cowboy hat kind of throws it off, but Nick Wayne looks like just a disgruntled teen. I guess because he is. And Nick Wayne's mom got it going on. Shocking. Dr. Phil Ross in the house. Edge versus Sting would be a spinal stenosis on a pole match. Whew, come on, Daniel, be nice, but not. It's spinal. What is Goldberg at? What is Goldberg at that end Sting's career, KJ? Damien, you might have to rephrase that one a little bit for me. Sting, last match 2024. Yes. Is that celebratory or like, thank God? So right now, Nick Wayne's mom's appealing to Nick. I really don't care for this, guys. And you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Again, maybe I'm just too fucking old. Maybe I'm, yelling at clouds right now. But watching Nick Wayne sit there with his arms crossed like my kid brother getting yelled at by my mom's, like it's not a good vibe. Some disrespectful members in the crowd. Where? Sting should send Hogan a box of Forrest Gump chocolates. There you go. Icons are forever. I agree. And again, I love the moment they gave that Sting. Again, I think it's great. And I have no problem with him saying, you know what? I'm going to wrap all this up. Here's Christian Cage. You ready to come home, son? Nick Wayne's mom. This is fucked. You're a terrible mother. Whap! Don't abuse him like that, says Christian. See money, not clicking on that. Yeah, fucking Stifler's mom is in the house. Yes, thank you, Alexis. This is fucking horrible. Now there's a whole bunch of noise going. What is this? Darby beating the shit out of Edge and Christian. Nick and Christian. And then we go to the what? So Darby jumps Christian and Nick Wayne. And the minute that kicks off, we go to Excalibur, Taz, and Tony. It finally got good and they clipped away. Why? Come on now. Come on. Nick Wayne was a babyface in AEW for a cup of tea. Barely. Yeah, Nick Wayne's mom on a pole match. That's where we're going with this shit. Oh, wait, we got them. They're back. Darby beating the shit out of Nick Wayne. That whole segment, though, just felt like, again, I don't really want to see the mommy issues play out on the show. We got mommy on the other show. Works way better. And is it just me? I'm looking for adult content. Oh, Sting taking out Christian. Sting taking out Luchasaurus. Nick is the valedictorian of Degrassi Junior High. I like it. Shout out. There's some good old Canadian roots for you. What if Goldberg ends Sting's career? Oh, what if? Well, that would be ridiculous. Generally, if Goldberg ends a career, it's by accident. Ask Bret Hart. All right, going for the Scorpion Deathlock, gets pulled away. So Sting, Darby standing strong. So now you got Sting, Darby, mad at Christian, but no Edge here. Now Edge right now has beef with Christian. But Nick Wayne is legit bleeding, I think. Did they really knock his? They knocked his tooth out. Did he really chip his tooth? Oh my. I hope Nick Wayne's mom slaps Christian in the face. You got your wish. Oh no, she slapped Nick. She didn't slap Christian. See, I think what the move there, Vance, is she leans off and slaps Christian, and he goes, I like that. Completely fucks her right up. Right up. I had it right up. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I want to see, like, I don't want the childish side of this. Like, this is the type of stuff that made me give up on NXT 2.0. When they went really childish, when they went really Saved by the Bell, Zach Morris bullshit. As an older fan, I guess, as you know, a guy in the upper part of the demographic could not get into it. By the way, they're giving us the announce winner faces Orange Cassidy. So Johnny Silver, Kip Sabian, and Brother Zay. So 3 completely irrelevant wrestlers are going to have a triple threat to find out who will take on Orange Cassidy. Ooh. Even when I try my hardest to be super positive, Miro's going to fight Action Andrade. You remember him? Battle of the Belts on Saturday at 10 p.m. They're still going. I love it. Oh, Artist loves it. There you go. The jump scene was good, and I was wrong. I thought they clipped away, but they kept it going. We're good. But I will say I have no time for that segment at all. Like, I don't. I really don't. I don't want to. Yeah, it just seems so childish, right? Like fucking watching them like 16 and fucking pregnant. If we're gonna have Nick Wayne's mom on a poll, isn't ever well played, JV. Oh, Statlander letting us know that Willow Nightingale will challenge. What a collection here. We got Hook, we got OC, we got Stat, we got the best friends. Trent is eating a peach, I think, or an orange. Oh, no, he's got an orange. My bad. I had peach on the mind. I'm done taking the abuse money. I've had enough. I've had enough of this shit. This wedding's horse shit. That's amazing. There you go. Again, I think maybe, and listen, I know we got a diverse fan base out there. So maybe someone out there, if you are out there and you think like, yeah, the Mick Wayne and sitting down with his mom and being the angsty teen, acting like he's a member of the modern day Breakfast Club, if that works for you, great. I'm really curious if it appeals more to fans under the age of 25. If you're under 25, did you enjoy Nick Wayne and what happened there? As an older fan, not under 25, wow, Dustin Rhodes. Tonight's like the night of let's bring people back and just like, where have you been? Give me fucking Amy and Dustin and Lance Archer. But up next, the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal. The winner will face MJF. This has to be a member of the Bullet Club, guys. Ooh, baby, I love your ways. But we are in a commercial break, folks. I guess we're heading into the main event of Dynamite tonight. Again, it's like this. There's parts of this show I love, parts of this show I hate. For those who think there's solid long-term storytelling happening, again, just because the story's long doesn't mean it's good long-term storytelling. Let's be real. But it's all over the place. But yeah, I'm very curious what I was saying before about the age of things, but we'll talk about that after. But yeah, let me know if you're a younger fan out there and you think that was awesome, cool. But does this do younger fans also think this is stupid? I'm curious. Hook eating hot Cheetos. When you get a segment and that is the coolest thing of the whole segment, we'll get a problem. RVD is coming back next week, yes, and winning. And folks, I will take a second before we head into the main event to remind everybody this is what we do. We do this more than anybody else out there, and I believe we do this on a different level than anyone else out there. Myself, Big Nick, Luna Havoc, Ringsider Anthony, and all of our friends that pop in and out. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for being here. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Check out all our links. Go follow us on Twitter. Go follow us on Instagram. Follow Anthony's page. We got the TikTok as well. Follow Luna's page. Go follow all of us and get yourself some merch. Right now, the hottest seller in store history is the Luna Mania t-shirts. Go figure. Hook, the only one in the group I like. I don't mind Orange Cassidy. I think he was oversaturated and too one-dimensional. I like Statlander. I don't care for the TBS title. I think Trent should have been turned heel when he shaved his head. Chuck, I don't really care much about. And Hook, I think, has a bright future. And I do think Hook is a kid come 2024. I believe it's 2024 that we could possibly see at the Performance Center for the WWE. I really do think that's a possibility. I think Taz being wrestling wise and him working on the commentary has nothing to do with it. If his kid had a chance to get into the performance center, Taz's opinion would be you go there and get the training, you go there and get the fine tuning. And if you choose to come back here, you'll be better when you do. That's my take. Hook and Statlander need to leave the group. The group is unnecessary. It doesn't add anything. But we got all the men. Matt Seidel. This is a barn burner of people. Again, it's the bring everybody back. Jake Hager, Johnny Mundo, Bang Bang Gang on the way out. All right, I will take predictions on this one. I am so with you in regards to the childishness. Thank you, Chair. What's next for Saraya? Retirement. Her title reign felt pointless. Her return to AEW has fallen flat. And I think what you see in two companies, she was a nobody. Well, not maybe nobody strong. But when she was Paige, she was not as well known. And then you have her make a debut, and instantly the WWE told you this woman is a star. And she was booked as such. AEW, she already had a name, got here, and they completely misplayed it. They fumbled it. It got caught up in the outsiders, outcast, whatever the fuck they ended up being called. It got lost in the Britt Baker, Tony Hayter, or Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm. Like, we never got payoffs to any of that. Why did Sheeta win that belt and not Tony Storm? How was there not a heated rivalry between Tony Storm and Saraya? You have all the ingredients you need, Tony. You have all the ingredients you need. And you continue to just not pull off the final product we're looking for. That's my opinion on it. And people can tell me I'm fucking wrong, but the show's not all bad. There's so many good components. You're just mixing in the wrong fucking shit. Like, you're not baking it the way you should be baking it. And if anybody knows anything about baking it, it's us here at the Wrestling for Life Network. In both regards. But we get Caster in the ring. Bowens is not participating. Oh, here comes MJF. The scarf is with us. I gotta catch up. You guys have been awesome tonight, by the way. I want to thank you all. It's a battle. It's so used to having to running off that tag team where when I'm back kind of at it like this, it's such a battle with the chat. But so I hope I got most of the comments. I might not have got them all. Don't you blaspheme the Breakfast Club? It's like modern day Breakfast Club of right? One more word out of you, young man. Is that not what it feels like? Him sitting there, it makes me feel like when I'm sitting at, young KJ sitting in the office, and there's my mom, like he's a good kid. You got to give him a chance. RVD next week winning. I like the fact that RVD's coming in, but again, do something with it. This is a weird battle royal, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Johnny Morrison over the rope, holds on. Matt Seidel. Oh, there goes Matt. Like, are any of these people viable people to win against MJF? Dustin Rhodes, Jeff Hardy. This is honestly like the B Squad Battle Royal. Oh, we're getting breakdancing. This is fucked. Dustin was having family issues. Glad he's back. I'm a big fan of Dustin. I still think we need one more Dustin Cody payoff, and Dustin deserves to go into that Hall of Fame, guys. Dustin Rhodes is a Hall of Famer. He has an amazing career. I know a lot of the fans now we're getting the Hardy dance mixed with the hip thrust. The crowd popped. Now we got Matt Hardy. Wait, I got a gimmick too, Jeff. As he deletes Johnny Mundo, Johnny TV, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Dynamite, Johnny Urgani. Not happening. RVD, the whole damn show. Abso-fucking-lutely. Speaking of Hall of Famers. Hook going to start. That's always a troubling moment, Unbroken. It ain't easy being cheesy. There you go. 420. BC 44 life. There you go. BC 44 life. Gotcha. BCC for life. Yeah, this is the weirdest main event, guys. There go. Matt Hardy gets chucked out by Jake Hager. Coke right there beside him to celebrate. Yeah, it's Daddy Magic if you guys are new here. Celebrate that we give out participation awards now with this ring thing. Oh, MJF coming down to ringside. Again, I don't mind having like a King of the Ring or a Diamond Ring. They don't put like a whole lot of over focus or emphasis on it. Like MJF's won it 3 times. So it's kind of become overly irrelevant. But MJF is talking to Dustin Rhodes, offering him money. What the fuck? Okay, timeout. We're going to address something here. I'll get to it. Dustin Rhodes on his last ride, 100%. 100%. Oh, setting him up for Shattered Dreams. Is that Draglistical? There you go. So MJF pays Dustin Rhodes for a Shattered Dreams. $50 well spent. We all know that Juice is winning this, right? Oh, look, it's 7. Still one of the craziest things I've ever seen in wrestling. This man floats out. It's bad. Like, I mean, maybe not badass, but it's fucking crazy and over the top, and there's fog, and it just rips his shit off and goes, I'm not doing this. I hate this company. I'm out. Fuck these bitches. Money, don't blame Hook, blame OC. He doesn't concentrate. But do I have wait. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there you go. KJ, who are you picking for the Battle Royal? Juice. It's got to be Juice. Juice is the only person in this fucking thing that matters. If it's Caster, it makes no sense. And who else is going to win it? Mundo's not going to win it. Dustin's not going to win it. Hager's not going to win it. None of these people make it's so you didn't even sprinkle in a couple maybes. Like this is literally a rampage rumble right now, guys. And tell me if I'm lying. And I know there's guys out there that are going to jump on and do their review show and be like, excellent. It was excellent. It was amazing. Long-term storytelling with that Battle Royal. Bullshit. Bullshit. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Raw Weiler. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is that a Texas-shaped waffle? I like it. I dig it. I give the show 2.5. Alexa's not even waiting. So just fuck it. I'm out. 2.5. Nick Mom on a poll. Oops, I meant on a poll. Either way, we'll take it. I think. Bash, we all win. That's the look. It's the same thing last week when Nick Wayne had the match, and then Darby's match. Even they spent more time showing Nick Wayne's mom. Again, like again, maybe old man on porch yelling at clouds, but I want grown-ups having issues. I want adult problems. You stole my girlfriend. You like my girlfriend. Yeah, I hate you. You stole my spot. I want to be the number one. You're the number one. Like adult fucking problems. And sometimes this shit boils down like that. Like I said, that Dr. Phil segment was fucking brutal. We love wrestling. I love wrestling too. That's why we do what we do, folks. RVD and Matt Riddle tag team is on its way. Yo, that's up in the air. That's not a bad take, my guy. Right? To me, that screams like if somebody went to Tony Khan and said, Tony, we can book Matt Riddle and RVD and people would get a kick out of it. That is the type of shit that Tony would be all over. He be on that like stink. All right, Jake Hager gets drop kicked. I don't even know what the commentary team's rambling about. I know it's MJF. Who's in the Battle Royal? I'm broken. I listed a bunch. There's more like 2.0, Coke and Diet Coke are in here. There he goes. Dragalistico's gone. I think. So we got like a random tag teams in this. This is a Rampage Rumble, the main event your Dynamite tonight. You know what, Tony Khan? Here's my challenge to Tony Khan. How about you book Dynamite as if you're up against the WWE every week? You know, up the level a little, because tonight was a lot of fluff. Tonight was a lot of B shit. Raw and NXT are better than this crap. Now, again, Alexis, I don't agree that. Oh, Dustin and Trent giving us a hug. Jake Hager saying that was stupid. I agree. I think Dustin might have ripped his gear. Oh, no, he's got a Texas flag. I thought it was like boxers were hanging out. Hager up and over. Trent with the back elbow. He's gone. Yeah, sometimes Raw struggles. NXT, to me, is more consistent than Raw and Dynamite, oddly enough. But NXT's been really consistent. Maybe not your favorite show, but to me, it's the most consistent as far as giving us really good in-ring wrestling and some side stories that we're kind of interested in. Good take. I like it. Please no, I'm not trying to hear bro 20 times in a sentence. Let's go. It could happen. I'm not excited for either of OC's possible opponents. No. Again, like Kip Sabian versus OC. Did he not already beat him for that belt? He had to have. Oh, Danny saving Coke. And there goes Trent. This is very an anticlimactic end to our show this week. I'm just saying. I don't care what anybody tells me otherwise. This is a very anticlimactic. Holy shit. Really? This is what we're going to go off the air with? You better have something up your sleeve, TK. I like what you said about Hook and Taz. Thank you, Larry. That's the way I see it. Where people are like, "Well, Hook won't leave because Taz on commentary." Nah, it's about business. And I think even with a Jade, you know what? I go to the WWE, they put that marketing machine behind me. But if it doesn't work out, I'll come back and I'll be even bigger than I used to be. So I think it's possible. Oh, right now, Danny in 2.0 or Daddy Magic, Coke, as we affectionately call him here. But I think that's a high possibility, Larry, that, I think Hook would benefit greatly from a performance center. Ottawa won 6-1 against the Red Wings, currently winning 4-2 over. Ottawa won 6-2, Red Wings currently winning. Okay, so Ottawa has a big night. Nobody in my fantasy hockey's playing tonight at all. Weirdest shit ever. Juice Robinson for the win. Yeah, 100%. There you go. Dustin's gone. Danny getting booed for dumping Dustin. We'll talk about that at the end, Juan, because I don't care. No offense. Are people clamoring for this? Like, we'll talk about it. Again, to me, this is a bad look, a bad move for AEW. This is Juice. Oh, no way. Caster dumping Danny. I remember the FFL Freemason player who said Cheetos. Maybe. If you eat them every day, it might be a problem. Sup, what's up? What's up? New face in the chat. Good to see you. I really want to like what AEW is doing, but I can't. Most of it is shit case in point. The Tony Storm stuff, Swerve stuff sucks, and it's always a botch fest most. Listen, I think what you said that was very important in that statement, and like me, I really, really want to like this. I cover this show every week. I have done it for over 2 years. Just over 2 years. I want to like this show. And when it was hot, I came on every week and I said, Dynamite is so much better than Raw. Dynamite is so AEW is killing it right now. It is the hottest product out there. People are missing out if they're not getting on it. Jim Cornette's crazy. But the more we've gone on here, again, a lot of childish bullshit. That peanut butter jam segment blows my mind. I do not care. You stole my best friend. Fifth gone. Yeah, we're down to Caster and Juice. It's got to be like, we knew that this was how this was going to go. There wasn't even a sniff of anyone else that might have won. Fourth gone. 5-star battle royal from J. You're not wrong, Carpenter. You're not wrong. And JD's sidekick would be, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, okay, bro. Just be more people that have the ability, have a platform to be honest about the product, the better it will be for fans. Them placating, oh, tonight was amazing. What an amazing Dynamite tonight. If you say that every week, Tony doesn't change. What the audience that's griping out there, you're not a bad AEW fan if you are honest about AEW. You can love AEW. You can buy the t-shirts, buy the tickets, and still go, this isn't a great match. This isn't a great show. That was a little botch heavy. You can do that. By the way, Caster and Juice up at top. They couldn't get their balance. I don't know if they meant to fall back in the ring. They just couldn't seem to get it together. Mic drop by Caster. Jay White beating up MJF. What the fuck? You're number 3. Don't step at number 2. Not lying. Where's Britt Baker? I think Britt Baker's stepped back a little bit. I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think she stepped back a little bit. I think Britt Baker's been in the center of some heat and the center of some controversies. And to me, Britt Baker, carried the women's division out of the gate. She just got a little stale. Jay White with a huge low blow. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. All I know is we shoot from the hip. Oh, no way. Oh, putting on the ring. Remember, he's got the fake ring. I thought he was reaching for the roll of quarters, which I thought would be not a wise move. Yeah, I don't know if I love that. To me, it was unnecessary, and there goes Caster. And Juice Robinson wins, in case you were... Now, as far as my clock goes, oh, no, we're over 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it is official. Juice, be my favorite. Thank you for speaking truth on the bullshit. Chair, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, and it's not just me. Like, listen, myself, Luna Havoc, Nick, Anthony, we all see wrestling differently. Luna is a Russo fan. She loves the chaos and the carnage, and I don't fault her for that. Nick's kind of the old man Cornetti kind of vibe. I think I'm somewhere in the middle of both of them. Anthony loves his Impact, loves his WWE. He just wants to enjoy the wrestling. We all come from a different approach. And I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm not trying to be right, but I know what I like and I know what I'm seeing. But I appreciate all you guys joining in and sharing your 2 cents, letting me know how you guys feel. Because if I see a consensus in the chat, you can kind of bank on it. It's a good feel. It's a good vibe. We can't be wrong. All of us can't be wrong, right? But yeah, I would just wish that guys like JD from New York would be honest. Like, be honest. Hold AEW to the same fucking fire that you hold WWE to. If you're going to shit all over, well, they didn't tell us why Brock Lesnar was mad at Cody Rhodes, and this is bullshit, so everything they do sucks. If you're going to pull that, then you got to do the same to the other company. If you're going to sit there. But then again, if you're doing a Raw review and you have an AEW hoodie on, I kind of discredit you already out of the gate, but that's just me. You got a way bigger following than I do, but what can I say? Is Roddy in this match? No, Roddy. Roddy's at home on the couch with a neck brace, recovering from God knows what. But now that I'm rambling and ranting and raving, I will remind everybody we still got about 60 people hanging out here tonight. Let me know what you thought of the show. We take a rating out of 10 every single night. So what do you got? How did AEW tickle your fancy? 1 to 10. Let me know. I'm very curious with this one tonight, especially coming off a stack. Like, where people who said last week's Dynamite was just a regular Dynamite, they need to watch tonight, because there's a big difference between what was booked last week and what was booked this week. That main event sucked so bad. Why are we all hating on Nick Wayne's mom? I'm not a lover. I love Nick Wayne's mom. Nick Wayne's mom's got it going on. Cake is cake, even if it's no, dude. It's age ain't none. Oh no, I'm not gonna can't say that. Damn the haters. I'm with you, Miss Wayne. Pressure's over strong. That is funny as shit, artist. No hate for Miss Wayne. You know, Nick's mom's got it going on. No hate. The segment, stupid. This show has not been good. You stole my best friend, you bastard. Fifth gone. We're already there. Is Roddy in this match? No. RVD and Riddle versus Keith Lee and Riddle. Or Keith Lee and Riddle. I mean, you got it. If you're going to go for it, go all out and give us the Stoner Bros. Bro. 6th, 7th. JV with the countdown. Bro, don't go. I want you, bro. Please don't, bro. Larry, I like it. Women's match was rubbish. Rubbish, unnecessary, and did not help your women's division at all. Like, did not. Again, give me a viable challenger. Give me a story around your women's champion. Somebody hates her. Someone's jealous of her. Someone's sick of her shit. Someone doesn't like the way she looks. I don't give a fuck what the reason is. Give me a reason. Give me something. Her beating her teacher tonight meant nothing. Nothing at all. Teacher versus student. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. We don't even know. Like, the fan base, the casual fan base especially, we've seen what? Sakura on the channel, on the shows 3-4 times maybe in 4 or 5 years. That makes sense to me. Taz wants what's best for his son, 100%. And that's what he should want. And I think that's what he will want. And he's got to be smart enough to see what's right in front of him. Like, oh, fuck. My kid going to be in a wheelchair by the time he's 28. Yesterday, NXT was weak. The women's division is still in the crapper. Morales. Listen, I would take NXT last night and those women's matches over this. And to say the women's division is in the crapper, I don't know what your measuring is, but I think you're completely wrong. Like, if you watch Sheeta and Emmy tonight and don't realize, I mean, I got 2 women who we don't even know. The one lady just got put in the tournament, right? We get talent that we don't even know who they are, and they gave us a better match than what I got out of the ladies here tonight. The NXT is neck and neck with Impact on the women's division. Period. Trent Beretta, yeah, who cares? The Battle Royal, 6 out of 10. I swear to God, I'm catching up. 0, no Abaddon. Yeah, no Abaddon. I'm petitioning. They won't. I'm hoping, Steve. I'm hoping. I said, give us Reverend Mitchell with our girl Abaddon. Give us something. Daddy Magic should date Nick's mom. That's cute. That's the way a lot of us are. We wanted AEW to be credible, viable alternative to make WWE up their game, but they've just done too many things to turn people against them. I think one of the biggest things, and somebody brought up earlier, the Bella sisters, and everyone keeps, oh my God, the Bellas might come to AEW. You mean the 2 women that haven't wrestled in 5-6 years? The women that are, no offense, but in the later years of their athletic career, the women that might not have been the best in-ring performers as it was. And really, as an AEW fan, are you supposed to be jazzed about that? I'd be more jazzed about, hey, we're really going to take the talent that we have right now and really use them. The idea of bringing in the Nikki, like, that's a WWE move to me. But we know their issues with WWE. Tony will sign them for the name value. Daniel Bryan's wife, makes sense. But does anybody, like, we saw it with Soraya. Soraya is not Paige. Soraya doesn't wrestle like Paige. And the fans turned on her. She's a shell of what she used to be. She was out of the game for a while. When she got back, great. Very great story. But it didn't land well. She wasn't good in the ring. And this is going to be the same. You continually sign old, casted out, forgotten about WWE characters and wrestlers, then what are you going to do? Really, what are you going to do? You're just becoming WWE light. And as they sign names like Brian Pillman Jr. and Jade Cargill, you're signing Edge and the Bellas. You're not heading in the right direction. And I know there's a guy on this channel that often spells out, those 3 famous letters. That's what it feels like. I prefer it. It's just so indie. I preferred it when it was early and it felt super indie. I think the problem is they lost some of that indie vibe. Instead of just really focusing on really solid matches, some story sprinkled in, they've gotten again, they're trying to do what the WWE does, and they can't do it as well. And many companies have tried. They just fail. Collision had a better ending. You're not wrong. Exactly. Yeah, Hardy elimination. Told ya. I was right there with you, buddy. Commentary told ya who was going to win. Not even trying to build suspense. Yeah, no, exactly. And again, I could be here for another half an hour talking about the commentary team. If Excalibur wasn't friends with who he's friends with, he would not be on the show. He's not good at his job. He's not good at what he does. And no offense. It's just, again, as a guy that would love to do that job, I just feel like Excalibur's too busy there talking and rambling and not building. You got to tell a story. You gotta tell the audience what the expectation of what they're visualizing and what kind of reaction they should have to it. You need to reinforce it. You need to strengthen that. When you put it out there of, this is how I feel and this is what, you see a big moment, he will give you, oh my God, I can't believe, JR, that son of a bitch. That son of a bitch. If you were sitting at home, you knew exactly what story they were trying to tell. And that's where I think Excalibur lacks. That whole fucking main event was a waste of time. Anybody, if you tune on another podcast or reviewing the show and they're like, what a great main event, I suggest turning off that channel. But hey, to each their own. To each their own. But that's not a good main event on a major show. I spent hundreds of dollars on when it came to my city. I had a ball. Now I just can't recognize it. See, a lot of fans are saying that too. Right? And I'm telling you guys, you go through the archive. We used to do a power ranking. And every week it was Dynamite's the best. Dynamite's the best. Dynamite's the best. And then it just tapered off. It did. And I feel like the back half of 2022 was a little wonky. But honestly, and TK will disagree with me, and I would love to debate this with him. 2023 has not been the best year for AEW. Not from a PR standpoint, not from a booking standpoint, not from a growth standpoint. Other than, we had the biggest selling event in the history of wrestling in the world. That's really apparently that cascades and makes 2023 amazing. But I really think they've struggled in 2023. I think their pay-per-views have struggled. And again, it's based on the standard they set. I expected All Out to be better than it was compared to the year before. I didn't think it was. I'm sorry, I didn't. MJF beats Juice next week. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, my guy. I really think that Jay White caused the Bullet Club steal that ring from MJF. MJF has had that ring for 3 years. It means nothing. If he wins it a 4th, just retire it, get rid of it, don't use it. I think if I was booking this, Juice wins it, and it's like the Bullet Club goes over on him. We took your ring, now we're going to take your belt officially. That's my take. But again, we'll see how they do it. You could have MJF win it, but we'll see how they handle it. I do feel we're getting an 8-man tag coming up very soon. So maybe we'll get the double next week. So no, anybody out there, if you guys could hear your TV better than I could, you can confirm or deny. No reference to the mask. No reference to the devil. Nothing about the devil. Nothing. No, would have been really cool during that battle royal. instead of Jay White coming out and jumping MJF, some point during that useless battle royal, they clip to the back, and there's Jay White in the back being jumped by the guy in the mask or a couple henchmen, and then maybe MJF gets up and goes, "I gotta go," oh, who's that in my mask, and runs off, and that's it. You don't tell any more of that story. You just give that little breadcrumb so that you want to see it next week. And they had something, guys. Truly, TK and the bunch really had something. There was a big, big buzz. The wrestling fans out there love a good mystery, love a good fucking suspenseful thriller. We wanted to know who was in that mask. And now I don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't know what they're going to do. 6 out of 10. Peace. Thank you for being here, Rottweiler. Thank you for subbing and joining, being a part of the fun. 6 out of 10. Why are they still promoting the video game? Well, I guess you gotta. It was probably part of the marketing calendar they set forth. MJF versus Juice Robinson next week. Yes, for the Diamond Ring. Please put Danny Garcia in the Bullet Club Gold. Could work. No Jerichos. 6 no Jerichos out of 10. There you go. Power of the punch. This show felt all over the fucking place. I agree. I might have added some words. 4 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Show dragged. KJ, wow, you found JD. What do you mean? I found him. Was I looking for him? Astros 5, Rangers 2, 7th inning, 6.5. Dave says, I want to see Cross beat up Roddy really bad. And then some stickers. I appreciate the stickers, Dave. You want Cross to beat up Roddy? Okay. And I will put last call on the chat here tonight. So unless you're giving me a rating or a good night wish, that is about all. As I try and click as many of these as possible. Stad is winning at Battle of the Belts versus Willow, 100%. They rarely change titles on Battle of the Belts. Rarely. Not never. Rarely. Jay White was attacked by the WWE pie thrower. There you go. 7.5 out of 10. Have a good night, JV. That's a fair rating. Maybe a little high. I'm going to go 6. I enjoyed NXT more than I enjoyed AEW Dynamite tonight. That's the way it is. Best part of the show was Kenny versus Fletcher and Penta versus Jay. I agree. 2 really good matches. I don't hate the Tony Storm stuff yet, but I'm getting there. And a lot of the rest of the night was whatever. That main event was fucking garbage. Garbage main event. I'm not interested in another Bella Twins run unless it's WWE, because WWE needs credible people in the tag division. AEW doesn't need them. That's not a bad show. Could they come back as a tag team and do some things and just strictly be a tag team? Again, that kind of compensates for some of the, ring rust, older in age, wily veterans. I'm okay with that. But they're going to go to AEW and it's going to be a train wreck. They booed Hogan. I love it. I love that they booed Hogan. If Hogan goes to AEW, they will cheer him. I don't know. I'm really curious. I don't think they'll ever sign him for a multitude of reasons. Khan already preemptively banned him. Yes, he did. AEW is nothing more than WWE 2.0. Remember, they were supposed to be an alternative to WWE, not WWE 2.0. You're not wrong. When you first watched AEW, you got wrestlers that maybe some people weren't used to seeing. Almost 100 likes. Get us there. Go find some friends quick. I'm about to wrap. 5 out of 5, 5.5. But yeah, in the beginning, you'd get like Adam Page, Jericho went over there. It was kind of cool. I liked Jericho as the first champion. Kenny Omega, who we didn't get to see regularly on like North American TV. So you had all these names and it was exciting and it was a buzz. And then it was like, all right, here comes Andrade and here comes Miro and here comes Daniel Bryan. Oh, here comes Cesaro. And you're like, what the fuck? See you Friday night. If you had all the best wrestlers, generational talents, you didn't need all the WWE castaways. Take advantage of them, try and use them. Some of them have worked out, some of them haven't. KJ, your quick thoughts on the rumor that Jericho might jump ship back to WWE, I think are slim and fucking none. I really, really do, guys, for multiple reasons. 1, he signed that big long-term contract. 2, WWE will never give him the push, love, or creativity or creative control that Tony gives him. He's in main events on AEW. They already, like before Jericho left to go to New Japan and meet Kenny and do all this, the part of the story that maybe he left out or didn't address from the standpoint that I have is that WWE felt he was just like what they just did with Dolph Ziggler, what they just did with Edge. We like you, we'll sign you up. You can have 4 to 5 matches a year. We'll sprinkle you in, but that's it. That's all you're getting. You're not a main eventer anymore for us. We are building, we are promoting younger talent. We love you, but sorry. And that's why I think if Jericho ever went back to WWE, that's what he would be. He would be like the guy that's around once in a while, pick a fight with an up and coming babyface, do the job. Jericho does not like doing jobs. I know he just did one for Hobbs, but that is a bit of the exception, not the rule. The Battle Royal felt like a gimmick Battle Royal from WrestleMania 6 years ago, 3 out of 10. You could have sprinkled 1 or 2 other names in there that made it a little credible. I just wish MJF and Juice was the match built up. And you know what? Going back to this real quick, and then I know I'm trying to get out of here, but I suck. Why not? If that Battle Royal was going to be so meh with the talent that you used, with the overall presentation of it, how it all played out, it was very obvious. Open the show with that. Open the show with the Battle Royal. Fuck it. Start the show. You have all these guys around the ring. You do a couple cool entrances. We're in. What's happening? Let's see what's going on. Because again, if to put it in the main event spot, to me, meant there was something very cool, like a big angle about to happen. Maybe the mask guy was going to show up. None of it. There was nothing. Everything we knew was going to happen. Like Tony Khan has consistently given us main events that allow people to turn it off because they know what's going to happen. I just wish MJF and Juice was a match built up. We didn't need a battle royal full of non-main eventers. Yeah, you're not wrong, Richard. And I think the pickle we're in here is that the Juice winning the nothing battle royal builds to MJF and Jay, right? So unfortunately, Juice is like a secondary to that. Now, Juice is actually making a strong case that maybe he should be the leader of the Bullet Club. Very interesting. So that they're in a bit of a pickle there. If Excalibur was like Mike Tenay and actually educated people on the background of wrestlers they didn't know or they don't know, it'd be a different story. But he just rambles. I agree with that. I mean, again, educate us. And again, I know people pick on him for wearing the mask. I don't care. Wear the fucking mask. I think it's stupid. But if you want to wear the mask, wear the fucking mask. It's not like you're a legendary luchador like it's not like Rey Mysterio's doing commentary. You should wear a mask. He was in fucking Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Like, how ugly is the man behind the mask that he refuses to take the fucking thing off? Does it come off? Does he shower with it? Does he shag with it? Does it come off? But yes, he does ramble. And this is coming from a guy who's been rambling for almost 3 hours. So I don't feel he adds to the episodes. I don't feel even a Michael Cole will fucking lose his mind. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he jumps up. Excalibur is just rambling through the oh my God moments. Triple H sucks. Cross should take his place. Think of that. All right, we'll put Cross in creative control. All right, Dave. Thank you for the stickers, but that's hilarious. Got that one, I think. 2023 might be AEW's worst year outside of All In. 2021, 2022 was peak AEW by far, and they need to get back to that. Yeah, I think the back half of 2021 into the beginning of 2022, AEW was clicking, and I mean, I think they lost it. Losing Cody was the downfall, and letting Regal go was a huge mistake. Yeah, I think at the time people didn't see the importance of Cody Rhodes, but I think the loss of Cody Rhodes hurts them. And then again, when you put so much stock and so much like, oh my God, Punk is here, and then cast them aside like, oh, it's no big deal. Again, for the fan base, you spent all this time going like, everybody knew what that Rampage, that one, over 1 million viewers on a Rampage. And that moment when Punk came back, it was such a big deal. And Tony sitting at press conferences and media scrums talking about Punk. Punk did this. Punk sells this. Punk's our guy. Punk. And then he's gone. It hurts the company in such a big way. Whether you love him or hate him, that is a fact. Sting's announcement was big. Omega versus Kyle was great. I agree. Sting was great too. Winning the Battle Royal was a great decision. I guess it was an obvious decision. Tony Storm is killing it with the new gimmick. I kind of want to agree with you on the new gimmick thing. You guys have heard me on this channel. I've been a big advocate of Tony Storm and what she's doing. I'm going to stay there for now. For now, I still love it. It's different. Pitcher in pitcher. I mean, again, if you wanted to go get a drink during pitcher in pitcher, it's essentially a commercial now. I think the losses of momentum for AEW, I can blame it on the idiocy of Tony on Twitter trying to poke the bear. It's more than that, Anthony. Honestly, I think it goes deeper than that. It runs a little bit longer than that. We could surmise, we can, tear that apart for quite a while. I think Tony's big downfall, I felt like the momentum swung when originally Triple H was brought in last year. And right after he came back, we had Damage Control. Then we had the White Rabbit was shortly after that. And I felt like WWE really gained a lot of momentum through kind of this idea that maybe Triple H could do some stuff. And then we had the back and forth of Vince is out, Vince is in, Vince is out, Vince is in. So we'll see. See you Friday. All right. Red Wings 6-3. The mystery of the double masked man was really died down because AEW hardly mentions it. They don't, again, so what they'll do is, and guys like JD will say, oh, great storytelling, long-term storytelling. They told, we got the masked man, and then like 2 months later, the masked man popped back up. Long-term storytelling. No, you need a story. You got to tell the fucking story. You can't just go from the end, the beginning to the end. You can't skip the fucking middle. You need a middle. But that's my take on it. 6 out of 10, no double ninjas for the 4th week in a row. It's fucking weird. I agree. 5.5. Good night, Kyle. All righty then. Good night, fellas. Yes. Almost 100 likes. I'm almost done. Guys, this is like torture. Dynamite these days is not well put together. Feels so... Listen, the term, everybody, hashtag scrambled eggs. That's what this show was tonight. Hashtag scrambled eggs. And Tony booked his ass off last week trying to compete with WWE. Brought in a whole bunch of good, crazy matches, stacked the night. And not every week needs to be stacked, but it should be better than what we got tonight. Tonight was Dynamite Rampage. AEW has a main event problem. Dynamite does not book main event matches well. WWE has a problem as well with repetitiveness, but I can say the main events make sense. And to me, the main events might be repetitive, but you still watch it because you want to know, all right, we've seen this, but what are they going to do this time? I agree. Repetitive is a problem. I think AEW has a problem as right now, they don't have a whole lot of main event talent that are perceived as main event talent. That's my take. And I think a lot, like they put the women's, when Tony took heat for the women's division, he moved them into the main event spot. When they were asked to be booked better, he figured that meant put them in the main event. And that's not booking them better. You actually put them on after a couple like death matches and hardcore matches. It was actually worse for the women. And people were tuning out. The ratings show that. People weren't staying to the end. You can fast forward through a Sheeta match, you know what's going to happen. Oh, I forgot to mention Cross recently announced he was Puerto Rican. That was a shocker. Is that true? There you go. There you go. Excalibur changes the mask less than his underwear. I'll take your word for it. AEW did put a lot of money in CM Punk's basket, and letting him go took away a lot of AEW's momentum along with a lot of bad PR. Yeah, I think there was so much time that, and again, this is where the Meltzers of the world hurt Tony, is there was so much talk about the drama that people got sick of it. You just tune it all out, right? It all gets thrown out. The baby, the bathwater, the sink, all of it gets thrown out because we get sick of it. And I think there was a lot of bad press, a lot of drama, a lot of stupidity, and you never got the payoffs you were hoping for. Once MJF leaves the company, it's pretty much buried. They lose MJF. Holy shit, Keyshawn. That's a scary thought. Unless Tony gets it together, he has to. He has to grow up. Remember, guys, Tony Khan had as much wrestling booking experience as any one of us 4 years ago. He had zero. None. Oh, I used to book internet wrestling. Well, that doesn't fucking count. So he had zero experience. If he wasn't in the family that he was in, he'd just be like me and you sitting around chatting about it. So he's got to learn. He's got to evolve and he's got to grow. My biggest concern listening to Tony Khan talk is he's not doing well, but thinks he's doing phenomenal. And that is what is struggling for me. Highlights tonight were Sting and Dustin. I kind of like the Dustin, but man. And then the rest was forgettable. The thing with Nick and his mom was weird. JR should have retired. I love JR. Send JR. Let JR do NXT. Close to home, down there. You're good. You can't take anyone serious. That's the problem. MJF was a miserable asshole. Then they softened him. Jericho fucks around. Like nobody, everyone's playing games. And I hate to play into the narrative of like you hear the critics say that, but as a fan tonight, I don't give a fuck that Adam Cole in his 30s is a badass peanut butter spreader. And that sounds as dirty as it looked. But that's it, folks. I'm tapping out. Cheetah needs a feud quick for the belt. If not, the women's belt will slowly be like, I believe it has ever since Britt Baker. That's how I feel about the women's title, bud. I do. I felt like Jade Cargill was the real women's champion in AEW. I think the other title has been a struggle. Thunder Rosa didn't have any compelling storyline. Tony didn't get much storyline. It's just been lackluster for quite a while. It is going downhill. Do you think TK will make Sting the first AEW Hall of Famer? If he does, Sting will become a 3-time Hall of Famer. JV, I like that. Now, I don't know when. Now, Tony's ambitious, so I'm sure he could fucking 2024 coming soon. The AEW Hall of Fame. I don't know. Should it be Sting? Could it be Sting? Yes. I just have a feeling the way this company's been, like the first, will be Kenny and the Bucks, the first ever in the Hall of Fame. They'll save the Hall of Fame for when they're ready to go in it. That peanut butter sandwich is the stupidest thing I have ever seen on wrestling TV. But hey, I've only been watching for 36 years. See, Money, I've been watching just a few more than you in the same pocket, my guy. And again, I've never been hanging out at my buddy's house and been like, you're making a peanut butter sandwich? Don't stop. I'll be right there. Like, I got to see what you're doing, bro. You're so good. The fuck out of here. All right. It looked like they were one step away from spreading each other's cheeks, not the bread. But on that wonderful fucking note, wait. Omega would be taken in a heartbeat. By the Fed? By the big bad dark ship? Maybe. Again, Kenny would have to come to terms with, will I be okay with probably getting paid a little less money and have less control of my career and say, and again, are the WWE jumping over hurdles to get a 36, 37-year-old wrestler, like as they get up in age and, Omega's had a lot of injury problems. Are they going to take him or are they going to bank on some of the young talent they have? That's a good question. But that's it, folks. I didn't hate Dynamite tonight. Dynamite was all right, but folks, we are back tomorrow. Luna Havoc, Ringsider Anthony. We have Impact. Friday, we got the doubleheader, SmackDown and Rampage. And then Saturday, we have Bound for Glory, Ringsider Anthony, and Luna Havoc. Again, myself and Nick are kind of plotting some things in the background. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit all the links below. Make sure you're a part of the family. Thank you for joining us. Again, as always, we super appreciate it. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Come back tomorrow. And until next time, we'll see you on the flip side, folks. Thank you. Good night.